Tonight on the show, we talk Joel Embiid. We talk 76ers trying to survive against the Heat. The Phillies have made us absolutely sick to our stomachs. We're going to do a quick recap of the Philadelphia Flyers season that is now over. Kentucky Derby. We're going to talk UFC and a lot more. Sean, Mike, Gary, Ryan, ready to rock. Corner Putt Sports come at you live.
It's time for the best podcast around. Grab a cold one, sit back, and enjoy the show. This is Corner Pub Sports.
Hey, this is Brian Dawkins, and you're looking at Corner Pub Sports.
Corner Pub Sports.
Fuck me, my ass, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? Live here on a Friday night. We got the Sixers going on here at Game 3 of the Heat series.
Hans is back.
Hans. Joel's back for the Sixers. We'll get to that in a second. And, of course, if you're downloading the show on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn. What's that other one, Gary? I forget the other one.
Satchel.
Yeah, that one. I forgot about that one.
Wow.
We thank you so much.
Gary doesn't have the energy on the satchel.
Satchel.
Yeah, what the fuck, Gary?
Like, what was that?
Satchel.
There
There you
it
go.
is.
There we go.
Yeah, that's
Say
better.
it with feelings. I want to feel it.
So what is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining us. What are you guys drinking?
Well, I had a voodoo, which I will get back to, but right now I'm just on Old Reliable, a little Captain and ginger ale.
There you go.
So I'm empty now, but I did have a Ballast Point Aloha Sculpin Hazy.
Aloha, my hickey.
And then a little Pony Honey.
Mike, did you say a little poke in the hiney?
Oh,
A little
poking a
poke in the
hiney.
honey. That's what he
Pony
said.
Honey. Oh, you know. All right, one of the little kids on the
I don't like the way this is going.
Wait. We talk about a poke and a hiney, and you go to a little kid?
Stop fucking around, cunt!
So I'm coaching kids in baseball, and there's some little 3-year-old that grabbed a stick and poked me in the ass with it.
Oh, so he poked you in the hiney.
Yes.
Fuck me, my ass,
Shit.
yeah.
Yeah, it was
Got the panties.
Damn, that's pretty wild. Before we get started, I want to show you guys.
like,
I
woo!
want to share a little video with you guys.
Better on your ass than the one that's stuck in your ass.
A little video for everybody to remember. When next time you're looking at clouds with your kids or siblings or parents or
masturbating.
Oh, that looks like a cheeseburger.
All I'm seeing is clouds.
Nah, man, you gotta think about what you're really craving. You know, like what would be super tasty in your mouth right now? Oh, there's an easy one.
Oh.
you motherfucker.
Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Snicker dick.
What?
Huh?
What was that?
What'd you say?
Snickers?
That's what I said.
Snickers.
It's a dick.
Wake up in the morning to the clear blue sky. Turn up the
I
music.
thought that was pretty good.
It's just so random and shit. Like,
Well, you know why? You don't know why?
because of the vein in the
Yeah.
Snickers bar?
Yeah. Did you hear about the whole controversy with that?
No.
Oh yeah.
I knew something was going on. I haven't heard
Oh,
of
Yeah,
it.
Wait a minute.
they asked Snickers to remove the vein, and they said, "Fuck that."
Really?
Yeah.
Good for Snickers.
Yeah,
So now Snickers looks like a dick.
it always has.
It always has.
Oh, stop it.
It always has.
No, especially you get the king size. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah,
It really satisfies.
reminds me of my
Yeah.
dad.
The Snickers king size satisfies you, bro?
Snickers is a that's a number one.
So the Snickers looking
No,
like a
yeah,
dick.
that's number one
yeah,
candy
it's a
bar.
fact.
So
Absolutely.
the Snickers looking like a dick reminds you of your dad.
No, it doesn't rhyme. Doesn't remind me of Dad.
Wait,
Wait, you know what? Wait,
Sean
you know
said
what
it.
Dad looked like?
No, Sean said.
Wait
it
a
reminds
minute.
me
Did
of
I
my
miss
dad.
something? Why didn't he abuse me? Why was it just you?
Shut the
Oh,
fuck up.
man. No,
Did he not love me enough?
You upset Ryan now.
Yeah, like what? He didn't love me enough.
Apologize to him.
You're gonna write a song on an untitled
Jesus.
album called Daddy? Cry about it for 14 minutes?
All right.
Fuck,
Anyway,
I'm off the rails now.
Moving on.
June 26th, book it. Book it. June 26th,
Book it.
a Sunday. If you're
Sunday.
we have a pretty big event coming up.
Yeah, it's gonna we're
just-
working the details out. When we get them finalized, you'll
Should
see
be-
it.
yeah,
Nick's
should be
roast
good.
beef. And that's all I'm gonna give you.
Did you
Nick's
say
roast
beef?
Yeah.
Beef.
Nick's roast beef in the Northeast at Cottman Avenue in
Did you
Philadelphia.
say beef.
Beef.
on
It's
the
what's for
26th.
dinner.
It is.
Pork.
We'll get to that. in
The
a
other
bit.
white meat.
All right, let's talk some Sixers.
Where's the beef?
Oh, we're gonna do through the beers tonight, right?
Where's the beef?
Yeah, you gotta do through the beers. You ain't-
He's got iced tea. It'll be good.
all right. that's it.
No.
No,
If I'm
that'll
ready
make
to
it
go
not
and it
good.
ain't done. It ain't getting done. How about that?
I don't like-
How you like them apples?
Yeah, but it's usually better when.
Whether you like it or not, like
when he's
Doc
not
Rivers
drinking
would
ice
say.
tea.
I'll be able to see it.
Yeah,
No,
that
you
makes
Yeah.
it worse.
No, you
Yeah.
won't.
Yes, I will.
You won't be able to see it. All right.
I say that's enough.
Sixers are what are you guys feeling right now? Because they're down 0-2 as we speak right
And
now.
Marlboro cigarettes.
Are they up 10 at half?
At halftime,
8
they're up
or
in
10.
Game 3 they're up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Embiid's first
They
game.
were up 8,
back.
but then there was. I think they reviewed the. I think Milton.
It's
shot
8. Yeah,
a
it's
couple
8 or
shots.
10.
Yeah,
So,
All right.
yeah. I mean that's good. Good first half. You got to feel good about them being up 10 at halftime that they're going to win, right? I mean,
yeah,
I'm not saying it's guaranteed or anything, but
I think they get a win tonight.
So they're losing 5.
I still
you seriously no.
All right.
Wow.
No.
I was fucking.
No, here's the thing.
All right.
No. Don't all right me.
All
Don't
right.
don't play the victim.
Ain't
Oh,
nobody playing no victim.
No.
And I'm
it's-
not trolling either. I'm not having an opinion. My opinion don't matter.
no.
My opinion ain't important.
What
You're
you just
fucking trolling.
what you just say to him?
You just called me a jive turkey. No, he did not. He
So let me ask.
Called you
Let's pull the
cocksucker.
room here. I
All
mean, I know that you play. Sean, is he trolling?
No,
No,
Is he
I-
trolling?
No, I think
Okay.
no. I think he.
Okay.
no,
No.
I'm not.
I'm not.
Really,
I'm not.
I'm not.
Yeah, because there was a sweep, and then all of a sudden
No,
they
it's-
lose, and then all of a sudden they're going to win a game, and it's like, oh yeah, Sixers.
We got
I-
live
he-
audio of Gary's opinion.
What was the last positive thing you said about the
Nothing. I ain't
Sixers?
saying another fucking word.
nah, get the,
No, don't play. You don't get to play the victim when you're
I'm
trolling.
not playing the victim. I'm just saying I'll shut
Oh,
up.
why is everyone picking on me? Because I'm trolling.
How's everybody always
Who's picking
picking
on
on
me?
me?
Gary Sheed.
Shut your mouth. You
but yeah,
fucking jerk. Shut your mouth.
I think they win to
You
like
fucking jerk. Shut your mouth.
I think they get this game
Fucking
tonight.
jerk.
Shut the fuck
It
up.
doesn't matter if he's drinking or not. He's the same.
He's just a dick. He's just a dick.
You fucking jerk.
You get your dick and your pussy all
Covered in shit.
It doesn't matter. The only difference is his eyes are a little more open.
Yeah, he's not all chinky.
Yeah.
But I do think they win tonight. I still don't think they win the series. I don't think they have a chance.
I think they lose in 6.
At home.
I think they lose in. Yeah. Yeah.
That was my original pick. I picked Miami in 6. And then that's all.
Because they haven't done anything that's
Right,
made you
that's-
think otherwise.
That's
Well,
all
I mean,
going to say right this second about it.
yeah, I mean, I think with Embiid, I mean, I think they lose the series. I thought that they not having to be the first 2 games, they're the away team. They're the lower seed, so you got to steal a game in Miami, and preferably it would be one of the 2 in Miami. And if Embiid wasn't playing one of the first 2, I didn't really think they had a chance.
Yeah, and the optimistic point of view, them being the road team, they only got to get 1 in Miami. Doesn't matter which one.
But now they got to win 4 or 5.
5 against Miami, right? And what has this team done to make you think they could do that?
I called before Embiid got hurt, before I realized Embiid got hurt, I called Sixers and 7. So,
which isn't exactly overwhelmingly positive. You have major concerns about this team if you're picking them in 7.
Right.
against the top seed, yes, I had them at 7, and I don't know if they're. I probably wouldn't have picked them to beat either Boston or.
All right, but going
Milwaukee.
forward, and I hear you there, Mike. And all right, Miami's a top seed. I get that, but are they the best? Is Miami the best team in the
They're
East?
not, and that's why I just said that I don't think that if in the conference semis, I don't think that I wouldn't have been confident. I wouldn't have picked the Sixers. I won't pick the Sixers or wouldn't pick the Sixers.
Right. It doesn't matter who wins this series. The team that comes out of the other series, if you ask me, is going to the finals.
I think I agree with that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think Miami or the Sixers beat either one of them.
No. Yeah. Okay. I agree.
Yeah.
Yep.
I hope it's Milwaukee.
I know. As much as I hate to see a repeat type situation, it's Boston.
Boston.
But again,
that jerk off kid.
I don't hate
15
yeah
parades in my first 13
you know what's
years
weird,
of life.
though? I don't hate other than
Boston
Horford.
fucking
I don't
baked
hate
beans.
any of the Boston players. I don't
Fuck
hate
outta
Tatum. I don't hate Brown. Marcus Smart, I kind of hate, but I respect him.
But if he was here, I would love him.
Yeah,
right. He's the type of player, if he's on
Yeah.
your team, you love him.
yeah, like you can't.
No, I don't. It's not like the McHale and Larry Birds back then.
It's not even that Garnett,
The-
Pierce, and
even that I didn't really
Yeah,
care
I-
for.
Right.
As much as I loved Ray, I thought Ray Allen was one of the better players in the league.
I loved
Garnett.
I love Kevin
I
Garnett.
loved Garnett too. 'Cause
Yeah.
he always played for a shit team. You felt
Yeah.
bad for him.
Yeah.
And I didn't mind Paul Pierce.
Eh.
I don't really care much for Paul Pierce.
I didn't either.
I never did.
Although the
And
Sixers,
But he
it
also
goes-
played for
Well,
Boston his whole
and
career.
it goes back to that series.
yes, the
when I-
Sixers, but the Sixers could have drafted him. They took fucking Larry Hughes.
What was wrong with that pick?
Anyway,
The Splash Brother, whatever the fuck they call him. What were they calling him
I don't
when he got
fuck-
drafted?
Ugh.
Didn't he end up playing for the Hornets?
Yeah.
oh, they're up 7. How the fuck are they up 7?
So
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Dave Langle has said the Sixers are 2 years away from winning a championship. So I think it's a good segue to kind
Wait.
of away from winning a championship. I think we should get that at this because regardless of what happens here in this series, I think it's pretty safe to say that this process, because they're not going to they're not going to win the championship. I'm sorry, they're not going to win it this year.
No, and
They're not going to win it next year either.
No, would you say that the process was a failure?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All it did was get you Joel Embiid.
yeah, it's probably over, and it's probably over enough to call it a failure. You wanted to avoid.
You have one.
You wanted to
player.
avoid being a 4 or 5 seed and bailing out in the first or second round. And that's exactly what you've done throughout it.
No,
now,
you're
there's been a lot of underlying circumstances to it.
Yep. I mean, next week we might be looking at. Well, if we do a show next week, we'll figure it out. For no reason, maybe just
Okay.
whatever. But if we do a show next week and we're talking about this and they're up in the series, or would it be over by then?
So
don't
they
think
play
so.
Sunday, then they play
Yeah, it won't be over next Friday.
Wednesday.
And then Saturday. Or no, Friday.
No,
Yeah, so it won't be over by
You're
next
right.
week by the time we do a show, unless they get swept.
Or if they lose in 5, it would be over too, right?
yeah, Wednesday would be game,
Wednesday.
game 5. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. So we might be singing a different tune. That's basically all that. That's basically what I was getting to.
I'm not though. I'm not. I don't care if they come back and win this series.
So
Really?
I'm where I'm at with this team.
So moving
Wow.
forward in the
Yeah,
offseason,
you can't say that though.
Why?
Because what if they go to the championship?
They're
He's-
not
he's-
going to the
he's-
championship.
He's
They're
right.
not going to.
No, you said
and-
you said it doesn't matter what they do in the series because it does. Because if they beat the Heat,
yeah, but he's saying he's out on either way. He's saying he's
because
off
they're
the
not
bandwagon.
right. Because they're not beating the Bucks or the Celtics.
See, I mean,
they've always matched up well against the Bucks. But
I'm not with Ryan. I mean, I'm Ryan's kind of given up a little bit on him.
Not a little bit. It's
Ryan's
not a
given
little
up
bit.
on him a
I've
lot.
given them up. I've given up. I've had it.
so
I'm not there. I'm rooting holding out hope, ride or die until they're out.
Well, so last week on our show, we
If
talked.
they lose, if they go down 0-3,
This is gonna. Last week we talked about trading Embiid.
Was it?
I got
you
a
talked
text.
about it on the
I
show
got a
last
text.
week.
Ryan can go fuck himself, saying he doesn't. He's done with Embiid and would trade him. If Philadelphia were a person, it would be Embiid. He's an absolute beast playing with a broken face.
Okay.
I can say
So
I'm
what's
wrong.
what's the injury he's in the playoffs with next year?
Mm-hmm.
A knee, an ankle, a shoulder.
I'm just reading the text.
Right. And I'm just
I hear you, but
I'm not. Don't
Stop
get,
fucking around, cunt.
don't get mad at me.
it's not bad luck. He provokes it.
He provoked the last injury. He was carrying on and
Going up the court with his fucking arms out like an airplane.
not saying he deserved to be elbowed.
No, but that's what.
but I don't think Siakam didn't intentionally elbow him.
He threw his elbow hard when they were down 26.
And Embiid was antagonizing him.
Right. He was pissed off at him.
He was pissed off at him, but he didn't go with the
He didn't
intention
say I'm going
to
to hurt you, but he was.
But
a
he
little
didn't take
extra,
it. He didn't take it easy
but he
being
was a
down
little
26.
He's a little extra easy when the game's over. The game's over. It's less
Right.
than 3 minutes. You're down by 20 points.
So I'm gonna go hard. Fuck this motherfucker.
All right.
Yeah, what can they do to me?
Right. Game's over.
Yeah.
He takes an elbow. He takes an elbow.
His season was over.
Right. So just
But-
shut the fuck up. Stop doing your antics and play. You've been in the league 7 years now.
Come on, man. He won a series.
So
So
You're not
Brian,
gonna get
you won a
upset about-
first round series. You've won nothing in your career. Nothing.
Yeah, but all the more reason if you won nothing to be excited when you get through a series.
It's a
Especially-
first
especially-
round, dude.
Especially a
And
series.
you almost blew it.
Well, all the more reason after almost blowing it and finally coming back and winning the game, having a sense of relief.
Where was that attitude in game 4 and 5?
What the?
Where was that energy in game 4 and 5?
They didn't have the energy in game 4.
Because they were losing.
right.
Because he pouts when they lose.
I don't know if
He
counts.
grabs his stuff. He gets dramatic.
He gets dramatic. Okay.
Okay, so stop. Grow the fuck up. Just play.
I thought he did grow up this year. He's better conditioned the past 2 years.
He is better conditioned, Mike, but I'm talking about mentally, dude. It's that kind of shit. Like shit ain't going right. Oh, it's because of my thumb. Nobody knew I was sick the first 2 games. Like, so what? Who gives a fuck? Like, enough.
No.
Enough, dude.
That's enough.
Enough.
How many other players are prima donnas? Come on.
How many other players that are prima donnas that get out of the second round?
Dave Langle said he should not have been in the
Not
game.
Jokic.
Up 28, wouldn't have gotten hurt. That's on the coach.
I have a rebuttal to that.
I don't know about
I have a
that.
rebuttal to that. It was 4 minutes left in the game. They were only up 19. It's a closeout game on the road. Then they went on the run that put them up 20, whatever it was.
Mhm.
The next stoppage of play, he was coming out of the game.
Yeah, I'm not gonna blame the coach for not taking them out. It's a closeout game. It was tight enough to where you keep them in long enough to
There was 4 minutes left. Then they went on a run that
Look
put
at-
them up 27
look at
or
the-
28.
look at the first 2 games in this series. How long? When was it that they subbed out to get the subs in? 2 minutes left.
Right.
Butler was still in probably till about 2
Right.
minutes left.
It's a playoff game. Like I'm sorry, I'm not putting that on Doc.
I'm not either.
Okay.
It's on Embiid in my mind.
I don't think it's on.
I've had enough of the antics. I love you. I love your personality. I love you. But enough's enough. Grow the fuck up.
But then tonight he's playing with a broken face and that torn ligament in his thumb.
Right.
And he's putting it out there.
Right. Like I never toughed in it. The question is toughness or nothing. Nothing like that at all. And I don't want to come off like I don't like him as a player or nothing.
I mean,
It's the other little shit. Like
I'm sorry.
you look back in the day, you never knew when Kobe was hurt. You never knew. You know what I mean? You never knew when Kevin Garnett was hurt. Because they just went out and did. Like, if you're playing through it, play through it.
But
Shut
Ryan-
the fuck up.
Brian, then social media wasn't a huge big thing as it is now.
It's a different.
It's
he's
different.
He's a different guy.
Right. And I agree with that, Garrett.
He's a prima donna. He is a prima donna.
That's what I'm saying. And it's okay to be a prima donna if you've won. Like, then because you've backed it up. He hasn't been out of the second round. Shut the fuck up.
But come on, dude. Like,
And all the pieces that they've tried to put around him, like the stars they tried to have around him, it all fell apart.
But it's not his
yeah,
fault.
that's
Right.
not his
That's-
fault.
that's
exactly.
what I'm getting to. He ain't had no players.
He had it. He had it when he had Butler and that team, and
was
it was
supposed
a
to have it with
quadruple doing.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm not blaming him for losing.
Like,
And
shut
hold
your
on,
mouth
hold
and
on.
play.
Just shut
up
the
and play.
fuck up.
I didn't know
Like
we kinda
you
talked-
haven't done enough to run your mouth and do the shit you do.
He didn't run his mouth. He got excited after a dunk that closed out the game. That was the nail in the coffin.
Okay, where was that energy in game 4 and 5? If you had that energy in game 4 and 5, you might have won one of
They
them.
let the foot off
Then
the
you
gas.
might have sat for a week.
Yes, they let.
And
the
you
foot
might
off
not
the
have had a
gas.
concussion. You might not have had a broken orbital
They
bone.
let the foot off the gas. I agree.
Again.
But they're not the only team that let the foot off the gas.
I don't care about the other teams. I care about the Sixers. You know what I mean, Mike? I don't care what that team does, what that team does. They don't play for the Sixers.
I understand, but nobody sweeps teams.
You could have won in
Except-
5.
All right,
You could have won in 5. And technically, you should have been down 3-2. Because you should have lost game 3, too.
Right.
So, like, you know what I mean? Like, just shut the fuck up. Stop doing the stupid shit. Stop whining. Stop being dramatic. Go out there and play and get the fucking win. Get out of the second round.
But basically, but what's the ultimate point here, though?
The ultimate point is, I think the process has failed. I don't think you're getting a ring with Embiid. I think they should trade him.
Why would you? Why would you think that?
Damn.
Like, why would you think that Embiid's not somebody you could build around to get a ring?
Because he's got 2-3 years left max. And they've tried and tried and tried and tried. What makes you think going forward with an aging James Harden and no money, because you're going to have to pay Harden because he's opting in? What can they do? What realistical thing can they do in the offseason to make this team a serious title contender?
The only thing they can do is build up the bench. That's the only thing they can
They
do.
could trade for Beal.
Yeah,
Hell.
that would take Maxey.
Hell.
You would have to trade
Right.
Maxey.
Like, hell, are you getting Beal and keeping Harden and Harris?
Well, you're not keeping Harris then.
So the
Yeah, but you can't.
so
cut-
the
can't-
Wizards are going to give you Bradley Beal and take Tobias Harris?
They might be in kind of a situation where he wants out, and it might take Thibault a first round pick and
So what?
And
Our
Harris.
first round pick from 2028 now?
something like that. Well, they only gave out the first round pick,
Yeah, next year's.
and they still have next year's.
Mike, if
And
you have the
they're-
choice to keep Embiid or Maxey, who you keeping? One of them have to go.
I'm keeping Embiid.
I'm out.
I disagree.
Nope. So do I.
I'd keep the younger, more talented player.
Yes, and build it around.
Whoa,
him.
whoa! I'm sorry.
No, I don't know about.
Whoa,
I don't know about more
talented
talented,
player?
guy.
More energetic player. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know about more talented.
More energetic.
Yeah, but I agree with Gary. You got 2-3 years max left here with Joel Embiid,
And that's the only reason, right?
and there is nothing that they've done that makes me think they can build something around him to get a ring.
But
So
I
you're
think,
basically
but I
restarting
think
the
the
process.
ultimate question
Yes.
is, I think the
Yes.
ultimate question is, what are you going to get for him that's going to be worth the return?
That's a different topic. That's another question. I get that. I know.
Like, I don't think you're not supposed to give up on it just because you say, the process is dead. Let's give up on it
Right,
and then trade
right,
him.
Right. But what if you trade him and
And I think this is silly. And this might be all.
Right. You would only trade
Oh,
him to make your
moot.
team
Every
better.
scenario, mate.
Oh, this whole thing. Look. No, this is all based on the idea that we have right now that they're going to be out this round. They're not going to win this round. They're down 0-2, which is not insurmountable. They can win 2 games at home and all of a sudden clean slate.
Yeah, although it's still going to be tough. Like they got to take
Yeah.
a game in Miami too. So
They're probably, they're a pretty decent road team though. They've been
True.
a pretty decent road team.
Better road team than a home team
Yeah.
this year.
Didn't they
Yeah.
beat up on Miami during the season when Embiid was out?
Yes.
They did, but it was
Yeah,
it was like
it was
a
one of them-
February. It was like a April game.
One of them games that Miami just said, fuck it.
The last month and a half of the season was every team was
I
sleepwalking.
think Pulsey's asking for a soundbite.
I'm going to get off by cranking your knob just a little beyond the breaking point.
So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I mean, and my question, and I know that what MVP or MVP runner up that wants to be there has ever been traded?
I don't know. It's the NBA though.
What team has ever traded a superstar and made out?
The Pelicans.
Did they?
You don't think the Pelicans are better now than they were the last 2 years with Anthony Davis?
Anthony Davis won a championship with LA.
Oh, come on, dude.
I know it was in the bubble.
Come on, man.
I hear you, but like, no, I don't think. I don't know if the
fucking Pelicans.
I don't know if the Pelicans win that. What have they done? They were the 8th seed or something.
Delivering babies. Fucking
I'm just
Pelican.
talking about the return, dude.
Or a stork. That's a
That's a
stork,
stork,
not
yeah.
a pelican.
No, not
They got a decent point guard. They got I don't know if you call it a star and Ingram.
We're the Charlotte Storks.
They're better than they were last year. They're better than they were the last years with Anthony Davis.
Then tonight we host the Utah Jazz.
I mean, like you can't project where they're going to be in 4 years, like, and say no, we can't do that because we're still going to suck in 4 years.
Jizz, Storks.
You know what I mean?
Friday night.
Like,
9
what if you
p.m.
could trade Embiid for Beal?
Jizz Storks.
I wouldn't trade Embiid for Beal.
The Jizzorks. Right along with the Jizzorks.
I don't think there's a player. I might trade. I would trade Embiid for Giannis.
With Snorks?
But that's not realistic.
I understand that.
Look like a straw on top of your head.
Right along with those.
There's nothing. You're never going to get the value in return.
No, you're not.
Of
course, you're definitely not. But like, where are we at in 2 years when he's like he's hurt, he can't play anymore? Like, where are you at? Then where are you at that point?
That's the thing. The window is
right. The window is so short. Like what you ride this out, right? You ride this out. You get to the end of 2025. He can't play anymore. He can't because he just spent the last season a knee, a shoulder, whatever it is, and the writing's on the wall. He's going to be a shell of what he once was.
Yeah,
where
his
you
knees are questionable anyway.
Right. So where are you at that point? And you still haven't won, still haven't gotten out of the second round. Where are you at that point?
Then hopefully you have a team that's you're starting to build back up around Maxey.
And what if he wants out because it's the NBA and the team's good, like the writings on the wall are going to suck for 4 years? Then what? So you're eight years of being terrible.
See,
again?
that's why I'm not.
Yeah, but if you trade Embiid,
Taking
you're
it off
8
the
years.
table.
You're 8 years.
That's not guaranteed, though. That's
It
not.
is.
It's not. It's
You're
not.
starting the process over again.
Okay, so
No, you're not.
no, not a total. You're not going to tank for 7 years.
No, they got
No.
pieces in place.
So that will not happen again in this town.
Right? They're not going to tank for
They
7
will
years
not,
again.
That will not happen again. The way that whole thing went down, that will never happen again in this town.
Right? Like if you trade Embiid, realistically, you're getting at least 2 first-round picks.
Great.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, that was
You
7
gave up 2
years.
first-round
That
picks
does
to
nothing.
get Harden.
That does nothing for me.
But it's assets to move something else. I'm just so scared that, like I said, at the end of
the window's short.
at the
window's
end of
short.
2024, 2025, you haven't won anything, and Embiid is done.
Right now it's too late.
Then where you at?
So do you trade Draymond Green? Do you trade Steph Curry? Do
They're
you
still
trade Kevin
winning.
Durant?
They're still winning. Don't give me Draymond Green and Steph Curry. They're still winning. They're gonna win the fucking title again.
Maybe. What about Kevin Durant?
They're still in the running.
You trade Kevin Durant?
If I'm the Nets, yes.
You trade Kevin Durant right
Yes.
Oh,
Like it. And again, don't give me Kevin Durant. I don't care about the Nets.
the way the Nets.
I care about the Sixers.
The way the Nets went.
No, he was just trying to do a comparison.
Right, and I get that. Like I get it, but are you keeping that nucleus together in Brooklyn?
No, someone's going.
Right.
You just got
now.
swept.
Yeah, but it ain't going to be Kevin Durant. I'm building. around
Okay,
Kevin
then
Durant.
I'm trading the other one.
Yeah, but Kyrie
And
Irving's an asshole.
how long can you build around Durant? How
Right.
long?
Well, Durant's a lot older than Embiid.
That ain't.
He's also healthier than Embiid, even with the Achilles.
Right along with those snorks.
Is he? He's been hurt the last couple of years. I mean, look.
Embiid has 3 full seasons under his belt, dude. He's been in the league 7 years.
When they swim, bubbles blow out of the fucking thing.
Different colors.
Yeah.
Is it 3 full? I mean, I don't know.
Three
4,
dominant
I mean,
seasons.
3 dominant seasons. He's been in the league 7 years. Durant's dominated. Durant's been Kevin Durant for 10 years. It's a different situation. You would take your chances more with Durant because he's been more sustained and more durable.
Yeah, but Embiid's injuries have all been freak injuries.
I don't care.
It
I don't
matters.
care.
It matters.
It doesn't matter. Every fucking playoff he's hurt.
Easy there, killer.
Every one. It's always something.
So but you're trading on the.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong, but you're trading on the potential that it's just his unluckiness is going to continue.
Don't get that. No, it's not unluckiness. He's injury prone.
Is he?
Mike, he's always hurt.
I'm not gonna say injury. I'm not gonna say that. I think it's kind of a mixture of both. Some of the injuries he's had have been beyond ridiculous. Like Markelle Fultz, he runs into his shoulder or his butt? Yeah, his shoulder, right into his shoulder. I mean, Markelle Fultz is trying to make a play, and B's trying to make a play. It was a freak thing. That's probably what caused this to break again.
Right.
Is the fact that he had it last time, and that was a fucking shot right now. I mean, square, right in the face, man. That would have sucked for anybody.
But how many times have you smashed your face accidentally? Like more than once. Did you break an orbital bone?
I'm sorry.
I may have.
Was there?
I had 2 black eyes for fucking 2 months, so I might have.
How many basketball games have you played with somebody that's 6'8"?
No. I hear what but I get Gary's point. Like, how many times have you gotten cracked in the face? You didn't break your orbital, but like I don't want to use the word soft.
Not that I knew anyway.
Right. I don't want to use the word soft, but I think he's brittle.
Right.
I don't think that's brittle. I think it just hit him like in the wrong spot.
He had injuries before he joined the Sixers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which we all knew.
He had issue with his knees, right?
And they drafted, and then he sat out that, what was it, 2 years?
Yeah, he sat out his first 2 years and then missed half the season his third year.
Right. And that was with the
that was his third year was Simmons' first year, who sat out the whole year.
Yeah. Yeah, but what happened to him that year?
I think it
wasn't that the orbital bone?
No, that was the first year they made the playoffs. That was the year he sat out half the season. Was that his back?
That's what I was going to say. His back.
I think it was his back.
I remember you guys talking about this, and then they signed him. And you got, they did that, but that's good because of his injury, the way he was signed. I remember you guys talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
That was early, though. That was
yeah. The way they structured the contract, yes.
Dave Peterson agrees. He said, I agree with Ryan. Always hurt at the playoffs. He's killing the winner to win. He's brittle. His back, his hand, his face.
He's like a piece of fucking fiddle faddle.
But the other week, the 1 year he was sick, right? It wasn't an injury. He was sick. He had gastroenteritis, whatever the fuck.
Right, so take a shit and get back on the fucking court.
It ain't like that.
Yeah,
He had fevers.
I know.
That happens to anybody. I get that.
This team's falling apart. They're gonna fucking lose this game. It's Miami's on an 11-0 run, and they can't get a fucking rebound. It just ripped out of their ball. Just got ripped out of their hands. It's getting ugly.
Well, they lose this. It's definitely over. But again, so
they're tired. Like they're winded.
They're not winded. How are they more winded than any? No.
Dude, if they get swept, There's no way you fucking sign that Doc Rivers, and there's no way Harden's here. I'm sorry.
Doc Rivers is coming back.
If they get swept,
Yeah.
nah, there's no.
I think he's coming back.
Who just shot that three?
He's turned a lot of people off
Danny Green.
this season, man. He's turned a lot of people. A lot of people are pissed off with him right
It's
now.
attitude.
He's a
It's
fucking.
his attitude.
He's
He's
a
a
fucking
cocksucker.
arrogant motherfucker, man.
It's like, shut the fuck up. I'll do what I want. I don't care if you don't like
And
it.
who are they going to hire? Mike D'Antoni? So they'll win 60 games and score 120 points a game and then lose in the second round of the playoffs again next year.
They're gonna do that anyway. But at least you won't get an arrogant motherfucker, you know. Press
Are you sure
conference.
D'Antoni's not arrogant?
Nah, I can't stand D'Antoni. I don't want D'Antoni.
Like, how do you get the name Doc?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe because he looks like the dude from The Shining.
That was the cook.
The cook, yeah.
What? Well, that's not a doctor.
He does
Yeah,
look
Oh, he
like
called
the
him
cook.
Doc.
He kept
right?
calling the
He
kid.
does look like
Say
the
Gary got it.
He does look like the cook from The Shining.
Gary got it immediately. Didn't say anything, and then he took you guys fucking good in 2 minutes.
Although, yeah,
It was a delayed reaction. Like
Yeah.
I didn't understand what you said at first, and then when it kicked in, I was like, "Oh yeah."
All right. So let's change subjects. And,
Well, before we change something, like we never really got your opinion. Like, where are you at with it?
no, I
he's hedging.
yeah, I'm hedging. No, I said I wouldn't take it off the table. My thing is, like, I'm not against it because I know the window's so small, and if you get swept here, or not even swept, if you have a hard fought, if you can take them to 6, I feel different. If you don't go beyond 5 games, my faith in them doing anything is extremely low. My faith in them doing anything this year was extremely low. February, I'm like, I don't care about this team. They're not going to do anything. And then they make the trade for Harden, and it gets your blood pumping a little bit. That's it.
Mhm.
They still play sporadically. They're still inconsistent. And in my opinion, I don't trust the coach. I still don't trust the coach. So what changed? You lost depth, and you got a guy who's past his prime. So maybe my opinion shouldn't have changed from February. I just don't think this was a team that
But
could
really,
win it.
the only depth you lost, being that Ben Simmons wasn't playing, was about
Was
the
a
center.
consistent shooter, too. I haven't losing Seth Curry.
Right, but I mean, you like Seth Curry and Harden kind of were like you switched they swapped starting spots.
And
Okay.
Harden is affecting the game more than Curry did because Harden's averaging almost 11 assists a game.
Yeah.
So
Okay. All right. So I'll take that. But then
you lost on Drummond.
you're relying more on Thibault, who isn't doing anything like that.
Thibault took a huge step back this year.
Yeah, like you relied more on Thibault because of the trade too.
But I'll say this.
So that's hurt
And
you.
Danny, and Danny Green,
Because he doesn't look, and Danny Green. Danny Green, although Danny
He's
Green
looking good
was
tonight.
he was good tonight, and he was really good in that first series.
Yes.
He was one of the better players in
Yeah.
that first series. I think.
So
Yeah.
I'll go here with you. You were less optimistic than I was about the trade. You were all in.
yes,
But,
I was mistaken.
I'm gonna agree with what Sean said. The trade that should have been made is the one to the Kings. You would have had more depth and you would have had more shooting. In the long run, it would have made you better.
And more to build around.
Yes.
And those are younger players.
Yes.
You got nothing.
Right.
That
You would have had Halliburton.
That if
You would
this
have
doesn't work this year or next year, you're left with your dick in your
right.
hand.
You would have had Halliburton. You would have had Buddy Yield, and you wouldn't have traded
The first round pick.
Yeah.
the first round pick. No, you would have
Or-
traded the picks. All they wanted was Simmons and the picks.
So that was an option.
That's all they wanted
Yeah,
was
you
Simmons and
would've
the
had-
picks.
you
You
would've-
would have given up picks.
And Daryl
Yeah,
Morey's
Simmons, the first 2 round pick, the
For that?
the
Yeah.
2 first round picks, and you would have got Tyrese Halliburton, Buddy Yield, and who's the other one in that?
Yeah, I don't remember.
I
There
forget who it
someone else.
was. Yeah, but you would have ended up with Halliburton and Buddy Yield, and you would have kept Curry and Drummond
Well, if you remember last season,
They traded Halliburton,
Daryl
though,
Murray
didn't they?
wanted
to the
Harden here then.
Pacers.
Afterwards, yeah.
Yeah, after we did the Harden deal. Well, it was before the Harden deal, but
It
they
was
knew
right
the
there,
Sixers
yeah.
weren't doing it.
Right, but I wonder does Halliburton move the
Yeah, because
needle?
that
What?
Is Halliburton that good?
Maybe not this year, but Going forward with him and the Maxey in your backcourt?
Halliburton.
I would have felt better with him than some of the other depth you had on this team going in the playoffs here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you had to go for it. You had to go for it.
Right, and that's where I was at. I like the fact they went all in to try to maximize with Joel Embiid, but it didn't work, and this is the repercussions of it.
And you also got a cancer off your team.
Well, he wasn't really on the team. He wasn't there.
So,
but I hear you.
He was a distraction.
Yeah, definitely. He definitely was.
Now he's a distraction for the Nets.
Well, fuck them. That's their problem.
But
back surgery. He's getting back surgery.
yeah, I heard.
Like, is that legit, or is he really going that far?
He's getting back surgery. He wants that 20 mil, dude.
Well, he can't be on the court if he's constantly on his back.
He wants that 20 mil from the Sixers.
That's what the dude.
That's all it comes down to.
He's getting surgery to get 20 million.
I
I guess
like,
I would get surgery to get 20 million. But
Like, is it real? Like, is
I'd become a chick to get 20 million and then turn back to a guy afterwards. We'll just attach your dick back on.
Yeah.
Like a plunger.
Suck a cock, swallow some children, get
Yeah.
20 million.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Absolutely.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I mean,
at least they couldn't complain. At least they couldn't complain.
Ryan,
I'd probably get the best blowjob ever.
That's it, because you know about the equipment.
That's exactly
See?
right. I know exactly where
You know how to work the equipment.
what's sensitive, what's not. How
Yeah.
much ball play should be used? Do you want a pinky in your ass? The whole thing.
To
They
me-
do the whole deal.
to me, the problem with the Sixers is their depth more than anything else.
Pinky in your ass.
So you think a good bench player or two makes this team a lot better?
Yes.
Like, you got Wesley Matthews coming off the bench. You got PJ Tucker coming off the bench. You think they're a lot better?
In your shoe.
It helps. Yes.
Mike, maybe I'm completely overshooting this, and maybe I'm emotional.
A little bit emotional, right?
And I'm
Maybe I'm too far the other way. But you
maybe.
can't-
Yeah, Ryan,
It's just-
apologize. You were very
So
ignorant.
so maybe because they're not going to trade them.
right. Exactly.
They're not.
Right.
So maybe the offseason, you figure out a way to get a lot better on your bench, which they haven't done in the whole Embiid era.
And that's
And-
you know what we before we move on,
We
I
do
wanna-
have to move on.
I want to talk about that for a second, though. So, yeah, they have not been able to maximize the bench. They have not been able to build a team because this team has tripped over themselves, and there's been fuck up after fuck up and shit that happened to them after shit that happened to them. Going back to the fucking
Who's that?
Okafor.
Who's Donovan?
Okafor
Why is
didn't work.
Donovan Mitchell at the Sixers game?
Maybe he wants to be a Sixer.
Who is he?
He plays for the
Plays for
Utah Jizz.
He plays for the Jizz.
Oh shit!
He
Are
wants
they
to.
out? They're out now.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
lost. Yeah.
Right.
All right.
So
They
you
blew
got
the load.
Mhm.
that Okafor that didn't work out.
Oh, Luke Gossett for a
Who was the other guy? The fucking Noel didn't work out. Right.
Well, it's not Noel. It didn't work out. They traded him when they were in the middle of tanking.
Mhm.
Right. Okay. And then
Well,
Markel Fultz.
Right.
Right.
Noel hated it here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't want to be here.
No, and he was playing like shit. They weren't even giving him minutes towards the end. Like, you knew it was over. They traded him to Dallas for
Oh,
basically
Jesus, they fucking tied
a
it.
bag of fucking
Markel
balls.
Fultz
Pokahor.
situation was awful.
Don't forget Pokahor.
I talked about him.
Oh, sorry.
You traded for Horford. That didn't work out. The Butler Harris thing, Butler left.
How can you
Every-
forget? How can you
every
forget the
fucking-
Croatian?
And then Simmons.
Sarge.
Fuck them.
Sarge.
So,
Rich.
Yeah, Sarge.
well, Sarge and Covington in that trade.
Yo, Covington got a fucking
shot. Jesus Christ.
2-year, $24 million extension.
Yeah. But my
Dude,
point-
he's regarded as a tremendous defender.
Yeah.
Who?
I don't get it.
Robert
Covington.
Covington.
My point is that like you didn't build a bench. You haven't had any stability in 7 years. While the rest
Team
of these
keeps
teams,
changing. The nucleus keeps
right,
changing.
the nucleus keeps changing. You keep switching things. You keep swapping. You can't when the nucleus doesn't stay the
Nucleus.
same. You can't build a
That
bench.
was
You
better.
can't build around it because
Right.
it's never. It's
because
never
you don't
been
know what you're
stable.
building around.
What did
So-
I say?
They've tripped over themselves. That's why Milwaukee is in good shape.
Their
That's why
nucleus been there
Phoenix-
for 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Golden State, all these teams, the nucleus has been good. Miami right now has built a nucleus
Yeah.
for a couple years.
There's a lot.
So it might be more of a culture thing.
There-
it's that
the,
they-
the-
it's
the
that-
cohesiveness has so much to do with a team and the success they can have. You can put all the stars. Look what happened to the Nets. Nets are a perfect example. That's not a good cohesive unit there. There's a lot. It's a lot of egos. They don't get along. They're one guy thinks he should be the best. The other guy thinks he should be the best. There's all kinds of nonsense going on. So, I just, what the fuck's this dude doing? That's PJ Tucker, right?
Yeah.
Look at him acting like an asshole. And then look at this. What the fuck's his deal?
Tucker the fucker.
Fucking Mr. Acronym over here. All right, we got to move on. All right. I don't want to spend too much more time on them other than
that's it.
The Phillies have made us absolutely sick. They
Jam
gave up a 7-1 lead last night against the Mets.
Jam on it.
Yeah.
Jam on it.
I'm about as pissed off as I've ever been.
I got something. You may have heard it, but that may piss you off a little more.
That's nucleus.
Right? The past, it's
If
3.
you say trade Harper.
If it's the past 3
I'll
or
mute his fucking mic.
The past 3 or 4 years in Major League Baseball.
Oh, I saw this.
Right?
I saw this. Yeah.
Teams going into the 9th down 6 or more runs. 684.
Now they're 1.
Now they're 1 and
684.
Okay, now the Mets over the past 6 years going into the 9th down 6 or more runs.
It was actually more than 6 years.
All right, 6, 7, 8 years.
It was 1997.
Okay. Oh, wow. I didn't realize it was that long. Okay, but since then, the Mets going into the 9th inning down 6 or more runs were 387.
Something, yeah.
They're now 387.
It was since 1997. It was the biggest comeback since 97. And that was when the Montreal Expos were still the Expos, and they took them to extra innings and won the game. So
They didn't even need extra innings in this one.
no, it was pretty bad. So
Danny Green got another one.
No, that was Niang.
I'm so disgusted with this team. I honestly don't want to spend a ton of time on them because they don't deserve it. Other than do you guys,
Girardi, show some fucking fire. Get your team wound the fuck up.
We could talk about Girardi in a second.
Come on.
We could talk about Girardi.
Why did they fire him?
That's what I was going to say. But as we sit here right now, I know we're a little low, and we didn't have the highest of aspirations before the season started.
They were on a 4-game sweep to get back to 500.
And we're like,
trending up.
And we're like, okay, maybe to turn it around, right?
Well, the lineup has. The lineup's gotten better.
Actually,
except for the
it was against the Colorado Rockies.
9 runs.
Right.
Or 9 innings.
Right. I mean, getting no hit.
And then they got no hit while we were on the air last Friday.
Yeah.
Like literally, we were on the air, dude.
They got no hit.
Yo, last
Friday.
Again.
We're up here talking about AJ Brown and the draft and everything. And then
the Sixers.
The Phillies got a 4-game sweep, and then the Embiid news, and the Phillies getting no hit. It was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like we're really not allowed to be happy.
Yeah.
This city is really.
You know what?
We don't deserve to be.
You know what?
Shooting and killing people all fucking.
You know what?
The city doesn't deserve
fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory.
Shut the fuck up!
Dang, you got shut down like a bitch.
Yeah, all right, I'll
Stop fucking around, cunt!
I'll go fuck myself.
Where's that dead horse?
No.
Oh, okay.
Fuck.
Look at you with your fucking 48% body fat and you scroungy little bastard.
So the Phillies got shut out
Look at
twice
you.
this week and blew a 6-run lead.
And blew a 6-run lead in the 9th inning.
All in 1 week.
All in a week.
And lost 4 straight.
All in a week.
Yeah, I'm so glad they got rain out tonight, and hopefully tomorrow, and hopefully Sunday, and never fucking play another game this year. How do you guys? So that's what I was going to ask. How do you guys feel? Do you legit 1 to 10? What is? Do you think they have any shot to do anything?
To make the playoffs?
Yeah, at all. Yeah,
No.
even with the 2 extra wild cards.
No, they're not a playoff team.
They're fucking horrendous.
Baseball is a sport. It's proven over and over and over. Like, we were excited about who they signed. It was like, yeah, man, it's a sport over and over and over and over. You don't win if it's not homegrown.
Look at you with your fucking 48% body fat and
If it's not homegrown talent, you don't win in baseball.
Well, not even that. I mean,
Yeah, but every year you get excited and it's like Lucy pulling the football. Yeah.
there's no fire.
Every year.
There's no fire on this team. There's no enthusiasm.
Well, maybe there's no fire because again,
There's
you
no
don't have any
energy.
homegrown. Like these are all fucking mercenaries. We talked about this. We talked about this.
You said there's no fire.
We talked about this 3 years ago when it was Santana and all these. They're hired mercenaries.
Yeah,
yourself or else forget about it.
And that they can't draft, so this is the situation they're in.
Baby, it's been a hot one.
I forget if
It's
I
so smooth.
I think I was the only one that had them not making the playoffs. I think I had them. No, Sean, you had them just missing too, right?
I said they're gonna miss. Yeah.
Yeah.
I said they're gonna come just shy because of the pitching.
Because of the pitching, right? But But the thing is you expected the pitching to be worse, and you expected them to at least stay in games offensively.
Mm-hmm.
How many?
That's
They
true.
got to be leading the league in shutouts.
Yeah, they've been shut out 4 or 5 times.
No.
What are you talking about? Now?
I think they have,
Really?
dude.
Have they?
And if you're counting the extra innings that they scored a fucking measly run in the last game,
But I mean, what's the problem? I mean, they're over a luxury tax and they suck.
Yeah, in the extra innings game, right? They scored the run.
they scored the run in the extra innings game.
Like they're over the luxury tax.
The
and
problem
they
is the
suck.
problem is the culture. There's no homegrown talent.
Now Polsky's got it right. The problem is the weather. It's not 90 degrees out here.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Nah.
I'm telling
That's
you,
what
it's
it
like
is.
you put on the jersey and you're cursed. Now maybe that's a culture, like maybe that's some.
They're not
weird
cursed,
culture.
guys.
Fuck you, Joel. I do it myself.
They're not cursed.
Like their ass.
See, and it's weird because I feel
Their
like
ass.
I feel like Castellanos.
Fuck you, Joel.
I feel like Castellanos is doing what Castellanos does. He batting 300. He's on pace to hit 30. Schwarber's doing what Schwarber does. He's batting 220. He's on pace to hit 30.
Can't hit a
Harper's struggling a little bit. He's at the because he's
he
hurt.
has an elbow injury.
Right. That he'll come around. So
He's
like
not the one I'm worried about.
no, like so that they're doing what they do.
Then how are they getting?
They
shut
can't
out?
fucking pitch.
But how are they getting shut out if they're doing what they got
That-
shut out
that-
4 or 5
that's
times?
weird. That's
So how are these guys getting? All
it's
these-
weird, dude. It's weird.
They're just stop
And they're
trying
not
to
putting up a lot of crooked number games either. So
play
I don't
small.
know.
Play small ball. Stop trying to crush the fucking ball every time you're up.
That's
play small ball.
That's why there's been no
Get on
sustainability
fucking
in
base.
the lineup because you go to the ballpark every day and the lineup's fucking different.
Yeah, you don't.
He had Bomb leading off the other
Yeah,
day.
There's no sustainability.
Yeah, who's starting off tonight? Oh, it's Schwarber, but then we're gonna take him out and put him at 7th next game, and then put him at 3rd the next.
Right,
You
like-
can't, and especially for a guy like Alec Baum, why do you think Stott couldn't even fucking
Right.
sniff it?
Right.
Dude, like, because there's no consistency. You're not able to sustain in a spot. And for those who like, oh, it's only a fucking bat. What's the difference? Well, you obviously haven't played baseball.
Right.
There is a difference. You're gonna
Right.
get different pitches depending on where you are in the
Right.
lineup, what the situation is, and all that stuff.
Bottom line, that lineup should be Segura, Gregorius, Harper, Castellanos, Schwarber, Hoskins, Bomb.
Where's Remoto?
Remoto. Remoto's
Rio Malto before Hoskins, Bomb.
But Ryan, that's what that cocksucking analytics books that he's constantly got his nose in is telling him to do.
Yeah. Yep.
Like go with your
It's
fucking
ruined-
gut.
It's ruined it.
Play with your gut.
Baseball, I don't want it to sound like one of us could just step into a major league team and coach. But of the 4 major sports, baseball's the easiest to coach.
There's fundamentals, and they're
It's-
not being taught on this
right.
team.
It's
agreed.
It's the easiest to coach.
Agreed.
Just
go
use
out
the
th-
fucking fundamentals.
Right. You go out there, you put your lineup out. When a guy needs off, you give him off, you put his sub in. When the pitcher isn't pitching well, you go get him.
Hey
Like-
Johnny, we're struggling a little bit today. You think you could get on base and get a little rally going here? Would that be so hard for you?
Yeah.
All right, coach. Let me give it a shot. No, don't give it a shot. You're gonna fucking do it, or you're gonna sit.
There you go. Where's fucking Lou Brown? We need some Lou Brown up in this fucking piece.
Yo, I want to tell you guys before we move on, real quick. So I'm gonna get to the Kentucky Derby. I want to let you know that I went to the doctor and I said, Doc, this is not good. My wife and I were were pregnant, but we used it was protection, and the rubber never broke. So how is this possible? And the doctor said, let me tell you a story. There was once a hunter who always carried a gun wherever he went. And one day he took out his umbrella instead of that gun and went into the woods. And all of a sudden a lion jumped in front of him. And in order to scare the lion, the hunter used the umbrella just like he would a gun. Pew, 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 pew. He shot the lion and it died. The guy said, that's nonsense. Someone else must have had a gun. And the doctor said, you're learning.
What the fuck, man?
All right. So Dave Peterson said everyone needs to bring the game to a goat burn in a green sand. Wait,
what? Dave, smoke another one, yo.
Woo. Everyone needs to bring the game to a goat burn in a green Santa suit and hand out doors sell coupons. Stop shaving to break the curse. What the?
He must have just smoked a fatty.
Dave, what the fuck? Oh my goodness. You saw it, right? I wasn't misreading that. It's what is
Like that comment was funny to him.
what is
It made complete sense when he was writing it.
Fuck you! I'm trying to help you, motherfucker.
all right, so before we have we actually have a little bit of time. Yeah, before they come back down, the Flyers real quick. Flyers
Okay.
before they come back down. The Flyers season ended. Thank
Who?
God.
What?
Who? Dude, we haven't talked Philly Flyers in like I guess a couple weeks since New Loan basically spent his they celebrated his retire or 50 years or whatever. Fuck he celebrated. Yeah. Whatever. But what's next, man? So this week, Ryan Ellis, their big defensive signing, he played a total of 3 games this year for them.
Good.
His injuries apparently were Dave said, all the Qs in Philly, bring a goat and burn a Santa suit.
Jesus Christ.
Wow, that was okay, and then break the curse. All right, he's trying to break it up in a sentence. So yeah, Ellis, so they found out he doesn't need surgery. He got all these opinions that he's gonna be okay. I hope so, because Ryan Ellis is a hell of a player, and that did kill them this year. I gotta say, it definitely.
Well, I mean,
killed
he was their defenseman that was supposed to finally replace the Niskanen, right?
And right next to him, right, like the playing right next to Ivan Provorov.
Right. And Provorov struggled mightily because of it.
And speaking of Provorov, he got a little bit testy. He was basically asked, what kind of grade would you give yourself? What kind of grade would you give yourself? And he said, what does it matter what I say? All you guys are hockey experts, and he's very sarcastic. All you guys are hockey experts. You're just going to write whatever the fuck you want to write anyway. So what's the difference? You're going to give me whatever grade you're going to give me.
That sounds like a guy that's frustrated after a bad year.
And dude, he's a, like, I met him, when I guess his first year, whatever. Very nice kid, man. It seemed like a very nice kid.
Yeah.
They called a foul in Miami there.
Yeah, Tucker's being a dick.
Oh, is he? Yeah. Oh, good. So there's I forget what the fuck I was saying. Talking about the Phillies.
You're talking about Provorov.
Or Flyers.
Yeah.
Provorov, I mean Flyers. Same loser fucking team. Nice kid. It must have taken a lot for him to come out.
Right.
With the way he reacted from the media.
I think he's probably pretty frustrated. It's a bad year.
So, and Sam Morin.
Yeah.
Called it quits. Called it a career. Defenseman, converted winger, converted bench player. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, he had knee injuries.
He was.
Remember, like,
was he the first round
big
pick
dude,
that was supposed to be like the next Pronger and just like
they were hoping he was
early, early pick.
Sometimes I start a sentence and I just know where it's going. Yeah. I completely got lost for a second there. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck was I talking about? That was pretty bad. Yeah, but Sam Warren, man, it's that's an absolute shame. It's career done way too soon. Injuries.
Never really
man.
started though.
But he's got such good attitude. Like think about it. He had changed
Yeah.
position. Like, yeah, listen, you're not working out at this position. Can you try something else? You know what? Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I'll try this. You know?
If you're paying, Leon's playing.
Yeah, I'll try. And he just wanted a shot. That's all. He just wanted a shot. So, all right. So an update on the Sixers. If you're not watching live, I mean, if you're not watching the Sixers, you should be watching the Sixers instead of watching us.
Yeah, I mean, you could maybe
sake.
listen to it,
For
like
fuck's
have it on
sake.
the background or something.
But yeah, they're up right now by
they
10.
finally they were down. The game was tied, and it looks like the Sixers are pulling back away a little bit.
Yep.
A little bit.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit. A little bit.
Pulling away a little bit.
Pulling out. Dude,
he starts to come and then he pulls out.
What other podcast talks about the Snorks? We did.
I love that cartoon.
Yeah, you guys were you guys.
know, but I heard you.
You guys are going nuts. We're talking about the Pelicans, the Storks, and the Jizz becoming the
Snorks.
Becoming what?
The Snorge.
The Snorge.
the Jizorks. That's what it was.
Jizorks. Yeah.
The Jizorks.
Yeah.
Oh, Mark's back. You still on, Mark? Say hi, yo.
You're dead.
Yeah, say hi again. I just came back.
What the fuck is going on? All right. So
hey, Mark, did you hear that dead dog? Did you hear that dead dog, Mark, earlier?
All right, let's get to the Kentucky Derby taking place this Sunday.
Sunday.
You doing a little dabbling? You got some favorites?
No. So
he likes the names.
There's some really. We do this every year during the Derby. We
true.
do this every year.
It's true.
Every year. Come on, Dave.
It's true.
Every year we do it, and we go over the names, and we have some fun with this. And I don't know who's the favorite, but that's the best part. We got to figure out who would be our favorite. All right, something that this show is not. First horse is real quiet. Real quiet.
Yeah, say that just
Like
proves it.
who bets on a horse is called Real Quiet? Who's like, you know what? I think that Real Quiet's gonna have a good race.
Somebody that talks.
Probably.
Are you telling me to?
Oh,
it's the
you
horse.
get it. You get it.
Yo, in that stable.
You fat bitch! You fat bitch! Stop fucking around, cunt! Shut the fuck up!
That's what's going on in that fucking stable. Real quiet. Real quiet.
That's why Sean That's why Sean didn't do the horse thing earlier.
All right. Nothing. You didn't miss anything. Gary, can you get me a beer? I'm in the middle of doing the show.
Stop fucking around, cunt. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, give me a. Whatever. That's fine.
Oh my god. No.
The horse is sitting there in the corner.
I have people skills.
Uncle Mo. What about Uncle Mo?
Hey, Mo. Hey, Mo. Hey, Mo. Why do I immediately think of the Mo's bar from The Simpsons?
Uncle Mo. He's got his cock's name's
Hey,
Harry Cunt. Do we have a Harry Cunt here? Harry Cunt.
Looking for a Jones.
Around, cunt.
I'm looking for a Jones. A cunt Jones.
Yeah, when they breed him, they got to stroke his curly. Uncle Mo.
Back up 10. That's good news.
Uncle Mo getting his curly stroked.
We have a Dover.
Ben.
Bend over.
I welcome. I reckon you.
If I ever catch you.
I reckon you on
Let's name your horse Uncle Mo.
Uncle Mo.
Is there a Hertz here? Hey, Dick Hertz. Calls for you.
Is there a Hertz here?
Dick Hertz, it's for you.
Hey, Dick Hertz. I'm looking for a lot of vagina.
This year.
Mr. Lick-a-Lot-a-Puss.
We're a bunch of fucking idiots, dude.
Bunch of childs.
All right. The next one is Mandaluyong.
Mandolin.
It's not Mandolin, but it's Mandaluyong.
No, it's Mandolin.
I think it's Mandolin.
They just spelled it wrong.
May the force be with you. We got C here.
No, that's Mandalorian. You're not.
Oh yeah, the Mandolin was in Iron Man 3. I figured my Marvel shit. By the way, Doctor Strange 2. Can't believe they killed him off. All right.
Shut the fuck up.
Wow. Toss the panties.
Dude, if that's true, I'm gonna fucking strangle you on Monday.
Hey, Mom! The meatloaf! We want it now!
Is there a horse named Meatloaf?
No.
Oh.
Mom, the meatloaf!
I forgot. Fuck. That clip's long as shit. Fuck. That shit's long. I forgot how long. We got carry back. Sixers going on a little tear here. Carry back. Carry back is another horse.
Okay.
You don't
Got
dance.
to carry that way.
Although I don't dance, and just pull up the pants and do the rock away.
I don't know if I'm betting on a horse that says
carry back. Carry back.
Carry back.
Carry back.
Her middle
I
name.
don't know if I'm naming
Her middle name takes it in.
If I'm betting on a horse that's part of his name's got back in the end.
Alcoholic. Looking for alcoholic. That's from Dave Peterson. That's good shit.
Oh shit. Lou Gossett showing some strength.
Yo, no matter what, though, the effort here tonight.
Tucker to fucker.
No, there's 7 minutes and 48 seconds left. The Miami Heat only have 67 points.
Nah, they're gonna win this game.
I think so.
But they do have a couple more offensive rebounds. I still want to see. Well, you know, what do you gonna do?
One thing at a time. Just
we got winning colors. The horse winning colors.
Blue and white tonight.
Blue and white. Let's go. We got Canaro 2. The horse. Canaro 2.
What happened to Canaro 1?
Oh, here, let me serve this one up for you.
Canaro 1 on his way to the glue factory. Boom!
It's a unicorn.
I say, that's enough.
Canaro 2, no longer. Canaro, your father, is no longer with us.
He's now on the bottle of Elmer's glue.
Fucking he's all happy and shit.
Or he's in a pint of lipstick.
Remember that when you grabbed the glue as a 3-year-old? You know, the fucking happy little fucking elf. Whatever. What the fuck?
It was a fucking,
what is it? It's not an elf.
It's a cow.
Is it a
It's
cow?
a cow.
Is it a cow?
On the Elmer's glue, yeah.
It's a cow on the glue?
It's all
Yeah,
it's got curlers in its hair and shit.
I don't know about that.
No, it's a cow.
I thought it was a sheep.
Let's look it up.
Is my girl still watching? She's a teacher. She
I
would
thought it was
know.
a sheep.
Let's look it up.
Yeah, what's on a bottle
Your
of
girl
Elmer's
watches
glue?
the show?
Occasionally.
I was gonna say
For 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Elmer's glue.
Dog meat. All right, you gotta.
Look at that rebound by Harden.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a fucking cow.
It's a cow. All
There
right,
it
it's
is.
a
There it
cow.
is.
Oh,
This
all right.
fucking kid,
Tyrese Maxey just had a huge bucket.
dude, he's on fire from 3.
Huge.
You know he we may have talked about it before. You know, from season to season, he's made the biggest percentage improvement in NBA history.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
All right, we got affirmed. We got. Oh Jesus Christ! We got this dog. This horse is named Big Brown. Big Brown.
You ever have a gal suggest that you need some attentions paid to your buttholes?
We got another. We got another.
What was Tony Soprano's horse's name?
Pio Mai.
Pio Mai.
Pio Mai.
There's
Pio
a
Mai.
beautiful fucking horse.
We got another horse named Mind That Bird. Mind that bird.
Mine?
Means listen to your bird.
It's John Bobbitt's horse.
Listen to your bird.
We got River Vidge. We got I'll Have Another. I Absolutely. We got.
Oh wait, I'll have another's in.
I'll have another.
That was in last year.
Was it?
Oh,
I guess the horse said,
No.
I'll have another.
Like they
I
don't
didn't
die after one race, Mike.
No, I thought that they only could race when they're a certain age. They usually don't race. I don't know. Somebody help out with that.
Yeah. We got
Explain that. Like, yeah, I gotta look.
We got Nyquist. We got Run Happy.
Run Happy.
We got Empire Maker.
I won't run happy. I want a horse that runs happy.
So you got Empire Maker and you got Mandolin. Mandalorian.
May the force be
I'm
with
going.
you.
I'm going run happy.
No, I'm going with Cannulorian 2 or whatever his name is.
We got Pioneer of the Nile.
And tribute for his father.
We got
his fallen father.
We got Quality Road. And we got Tap It.
Fucking right in the pussy.
So those are the horses. Who was it? Who we say? We said
I'm going with Cannulorian 2.
My name is Ken Lawyer too.
I like
you
Tap
killed
It.
my father. Now prepare to die.
Yes, prepare to die.
You like Tap It?
Fucking right in the pussy.
All over my shirt. You fat bitch.
So, all right, so we got 4 minutes before our guest is about to pop on. Gary, should we do Through the Beers now?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Through the Beers. We haven't done this in a while, and we're doing a little earlier, and with the sober Gary.
The Japanese put on hat and said, "Thank you." In 1985, Michael Jackson was black. And at some point in history, everyone's mother once took a cream pie.
Right on Mother's Day weekend.
This is Corner Pub Sports, taking you through moments in history with Through the Beers.
Take it away, Gary.
1951, Mickey Mantle hits first home run.
Oh.
Wow. 1988, after 50 points in Game 1, Michael Jordan scores 55 in Game 2 in a 106-101 win against the Cleveland Cavaliers.
That was a Craig Elo game.
Still an NBA playoff record for 54. I thought it was 54, but still an NBA playoff record.
1991, Nolan Ryan pitches a MLB record 7th no-hitter.
Wow.
Dang, that was in 91.
7. He was with the Rangers then.
Yeah.
This is
seven no
This is not nearly as fun as sober Gary.
In 1920.
He's actually making sense.
Yeah, and he can read it.
1920, first game of National Negro Baseball League played in Indianapolis.
Wow.
1978.
Let's leave that one alone.
NFL drafts.
They
Earl
did.
Campbell was picked first overall by the Houston Oilers.
71?
78.
Yo, them thighs.
All the moms were left alone. Go ahead. What was it? All the thighs what? What was it? Come on, Brian. What's the matter?
All right. Last but not least, longest baseball game in Philadelphia.
Happy Mother's Day this weekend.
Veterans
You're by
Stadium.
yourself.
Where's my dad? I don't know. I don't even know his name.
Gary shot a look.
Gary just got it. He just got it.
Jesus Christ.
Mom, why is my name Malik? Because I think that's what your dad's name was. Mom, what's this in the work boots? Oh, that's the welfare check. Been looking for that.
What should we name him? They didn't say new sneaks. They said Malik.
All right.
All right. Last but not least.
I love Brian. Come on. What's the last one? Let's go. Hurry up. We got to guess the wait.
1973, longest baseball game in Philadelphia Veterans Stadium history. They end up winning 5-4. It was 20 innings.
That wasn't this week in history. That was July 5th, 1993.
73.
Oh, 73? 20 innings?
Yeah.
Really? Oh.
1973.
Wow. Okay. All right. Because that means that's right. Because the Phillies Padres doubleheader was went to 4:40 in the morning, and the second game went to extra innings. But it was, I don't think it was it 20 innings? 93. Yeah, 93. All right, so also through this week, through the beers, was America Online became live 25 years ago this week. What was your first screen name?
I didn't have one. I was a late bloomer with the internet. Like I didn't get into that like social stuff till later.
Termite Crusher.
You were killing fucking worms.
I know. Yeah. Yo!
What happened?
20,000 worms dead.
Dave Peterson said he was at that game.
What? The doubleheader?
No,
73 games.
73, I think.
Hey, oh fuck.
Jesus.
What was your?
Embiid's only got 16 points.
Mike, what was your screen name?
Stressed out 9068.
Stressed out 9068.
Yep.
What was yours?
Termite Crusher.
That was it. Mine was. It was supposed to be Cell 2000, and then when your first time you're in it, you forget that, you know. that the 00 went with Cell Boo. So everyone always thought it was a zero, no, instead of a zero, and they
Sabu.
Yeah,
Sabu.
I forget what I changed it to.
I was Pussy Crusher.
Uh-oh.
Fucking right in the pussy.
Oh, come on.
All right, let's bring on our guests. Here we go.
Oh, no.
All right, I'll fix
We gotta
it.
fix it. Hold on.
I'll fix it.
Go fix that shit. Here,
yeah, go ahead. Hit that OK button. So SG Carter joins us on the air. We have UFC events going on this weekend. Welcome back, Mr. Carter. How are you, sir?
Yo, Sean, Ryan, Gary, Mike. It's great to be back with
What's up, man?
What you guys doing tonight? What
Good, man.
you guys been drinking tonight?
No drinking.
Gary's not. We all.
Oh,
Gary's not.
The funny thing is, it really doesn't matter. Gary's still a fucking lunatic.
Yeah, that's actually true.
is it too early to get excited about the Sixers tonight, or
Oh,
it's
they won this game.
right now?
Yeah, I think they got it, Seth. I think it's. I think this game's over.
I'm not ready yet to call it over.
No, you don't think so?
Still 3-4 minutes left, man. They're only up 13. I mean, I'm just holding that. I'm like, I don't want to get too.
We got Drayton Ellman just chimed in. He said, "Give Joel the MVP. Give Joel the MVP." Jesus.
He only had 16 points this game.
Yeah,
You know what? The
give,
difference.
give me the Embiid. Give me the Embiid.
And,
I deserve the Embiid.
Dave Peterson said, "Fuck you all." I wasn't at the 73 game. It was the 420 game in 93.
Oh, all right. Oh, okay.
That's what he said.
I thought I just said not 73. I think you ad-libbed a little bit there.
No, I didn't. Someone's thing is on. What volume?
No,
No, I'm not, placating at all. That's what he said, word for word.
I was at that.
Stop
game.
fucking around, cunt.
Fucking around. All right. So, Mr. Carter, this weekend's UFC. What number are we at?
This is the 270 promotion, and it's this one is coming from Phoenix, Arizona. So shout out to my best, who goes by Wild Savage Creations on her Instagram, because she's in Arizona and she's running the social media management for SG Carter.
Oh, that's all. Oh,
Nice.
that's awesome, man. That's great, dude. Drayton's just said, for people in the back, Joel MVP. All right, so here we go.
That's right.
Let's start going through some matches here. We have Dumont taking on Chazon. It's a woman's preliminary match. So do you want to go over this one?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. So I think her pronunciation is Chasson, and they weighed in today. Norma Dumont, she weighed 0.5 over, and we'll talk more about this with regards to the main event. But yeah, she'll have to give up some money for being 146.5 instead of 146 flat would have been her limit. But Chasson is still going to fight her tomorrow, and I do believe this is one you might want to bet on. That go ahead and bet on Norma Dumont, who I think has more talent for reasons I can get into if we want to get into it.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Okay. So these two, Chisan is a few inches taller and a few inches more in reach. Let me pull it up, give you the exact. So we got 5'9" versus 5'6", and 72-inch reach for Chisan versus 67 for Dumont. Dumont is Brazilian, by the way, and Chisan is just tall. The people she's fought, I don't think they have a lot of talent. As I mentioned, they've never fought the same people, but Norma Dumont has fought and defeated more talented fighters like Felicia Spencer and Aspen Ladd. So my gut instinct is that in spite of being shorter and less reach, Dumont will find the way to win this fight over the course of 3 rounds. She's a negative 230 favorite in Vegas last time I checked.
Okay. The main card we have. I'm gonna mess up this name. We have Saron taking on Lazon. Did I do that right?
Cowboy Cerrone versus Joe Lazon, and I may have
Liaison.
I got
Lazon's
Lazon
name
right.
also.
Forgot the other one wrong.
So
Okay.
these are now this is my advice about betting on this fight. I can't tell you who's going to win. I can't tell you with certainty who's going to win this fight because there's unpredictable factors that both of them haven't fought much in the last 2 years. They're getting older, and both of them have lost fights badly in the last 2 years. But what I do think is that one of these guys is going to knock the other out. And on DraftKings, that is a bet you can place. You can bet that the fight will end in a knockout without saying who's going to knock out who. And that's my advice for where you bet on this fight. Bet it will end in a knockout. I just don't know who because they're both unpredictable at this point.
Okay. We have Ferguson taking on Chandler. Hold on, I got breaking news here. All right, one of our listeners wants to chime in here. He said he has a bone to pick with you. Let's see what's going on here. Here we got Ryan Boyle on. Hey, man, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going, fellas?
Hey,
this seems
Carter.
How's
it going, buddy?
Mr. Boyle, pleasure to meet you. Never
I
met
don't know if
before.
you can see my background, but ever since I started taking your fight picks, I've been living in a garage.
Oh, I see.
So, I mean, I can't even pay for my kid's cleft chin now. I mean, cleft lip. I can't pay for shit anymore because of your picks. I mean, I'm fucked, man. I'm losing everything.
I imagine you went with Amanda Nunez over Pena back in December or something. But yeah, I'm 14 for 17 on Corner Pub Sports.
I mean, I just never thought I would see a fight where a lesbian lost to a straight girl. That's just me. But I mean,
do you know about Dumont? Do you know if Dumont is a heterosexual? If she's a lesbian, I know Chisan is lesbian.
Well, I assume. No, I actually think she's not. But you know,
Either way, there's a wet pussy.
So listen, this. What the fuck?
You old fat bitch! You fat bitch!
So, listen, Mr. Carter. I mean, look, we got a caller. I mean, coming on here, basically saying he's almost fucking homeless. You know, he's almost homeless now because he lost those 3 picks out of the 17 that he got wrong on our show.
So
I bet everything.
SG Carter, listen to me. This is what you do. You say, trust me, double down, bet everything else you have. I'll get you right. Just trust me.
See,
That's
I don't
your
know,
only
man,
way
because
here.
I'm looking at the Donald Cerrone and Joe Lozon, and if I had to pick, I call it balls on the table bet. I'm going with Donald Cerrone by knockout, 3rd round. The only reason why I'm going with this is because it's been a while. Cerrone's been fighting nothing but top talent. He's lost to Gagey, Conor McGregor, but you know that's debatable top talent. But
I disagree.
Joe Lozon?
No, not at all. What
With those ears, how easy are they to hit? I mean,
absolutely not. Like you're crazy.
He doesn't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't want to.
He has no idea.
who's the one on the end with the black hat?
That's Gary.
That's Gary.
My favorite part, Gary, is you adjusted your mic. I like how you didn't use your hands. You used your mouth like a dirty girl.
All right, so Mr. Carter, we're just messing around, man. This is one of our good friends, Ryan, calling in. He's a big UFC fan, and so we're gonna have Ryan join you because
right?
we actually have someone here that knows what you're talking about here. And I tried.
From previous episodes.
Yeah. So we got Ferguson taking on Chandler, another main card event. Mr. Carter, what's going on with this fight?
Well, I'll be excited to hear Mr. Boyle comment on it too. And my outlook about Ferguson versus Chandler is that Ferguson is a really tough guy. Unfortunately, he is getting a little bit older now. Michael Chandler will have the advantage in speed and probably in power. So the prediction for this fight from me is that Chandler will win this fight either by decision or by knockout. So I would say bet on Chandler. The last time I checked, the odds for him are about -375. So if you want to bet on Chandler, it will cost you up front. So what do you think, Mr. Boyle?
I actually 100%. Chandler is the God. That guy's like a fire hydrant, man. He hits you and people just go sleepy time. Actually, his last fights with the main event, Justin Gaethje, they went 3 rounds. And if you guys just want to see 2 white boys look like they're fighting over pussy, that is the greatest fight I've ever seen in my life. I mean, these guys literally, they forgot math after that fight. So I'm going with Chandler just because you're right. I think he's got less miles. I think Tony Ferguson, he's been around for so long. I think we're seeing past his prime, but like you said, that guy's a fucking psycho. I mean, he could catch you with, a bad takedown can be the end of the fight. So that's why this guy, I'm going with Chandler myself too. I actually have him for a second round TKO. I would say, because Tony never goes to sleep. He just gets knocked down,
I think it's more likely that if Tony Ferguson gets TKO'd tomorrow, it's probably the ref that's going to stop the fight, not Tony never stops anybody who's seen him fight before.
When he fought Gaethje, he literally got hit and he shook it off like a headache. And the ref's like, all right, we don't need to see someone die tonight. And they stopped it. So he is Tony Ferguson is as tough as they come. And I hate using that expression because they throw that around like crazy. But he deserves that title for sure.
All right, to change the subject real quick,
play the song.
Yeah, the Sixers are back in the series. They beat the Heat by 20.
Excellent.
Blowout game.
Tyrese Maxey's turning into a superstar, man.
Dude, he jacked up and hit like 4 threes in the fourth quarter. He was like 4 for 4 in the fourth. It was crazy.
I can't find the Sixers song, but I found this.
Okay.
Good old guy from the governor.
Oh, yeah.
The Wire.
Well, yeah, The Wire too. But that other reference with that guy that beat his wife or his wife beat him,
what was that?
Johnny Depp.
Oh, Amber
Cruz.
You mean the greatest court case of all American history since O.J. Simpson?
Never been a court case like this one.
Yeah, this is pretty wild.
I have not paid attention at all to it.
There was a meme earlier, right? So Amber Heard's on the stand. She's like, yes, what? And he's looking. He has a jar of cocaine. Yes, a jar. As funny as that, he has a jar of cocaine on the nightstand.
Well, where else do you expect him to keep
right?
it?
And then it kicks into him as Jack Sparrow in Pirates of the Caribbean. And he's like, I got my jar of dirt. I got my jar of dirt. I got my jar of dirt.
I think my favorite line of that whole court case is, have you done drugs with Marilyn Manson? He goes, well, I gave him a Xanax so he would stop talking. If that man doesn't deserve to be president, I don't know what line gets you it. That is the greatest shit I've ever heard in my life.
It's true though. Where's the truth? I could only imagine trying to shut up Marilyn Manson.
Can you imagine trying to entertain Marilyn Manson while he's wearing the fake titties and everything in that onesie suit from Dope Show? What the fuck?
So I was wearing this outfit. It got a little tight in the crotch. And he's like, just take this. Just go.
Yeah. Marilyn, it's enough.
So
here, sleep. There you go, buddy. There you go, little buddy.
So we got Thug Rose taking on Esperanza.
Wait.
Thug Rose.
Wait.
Yep.
His name is Thug.
No, not his.
Oh,
Her name is Thug.
Yes.
her nickname is Thug. Her name is Rose, and her last name is Nama Nunez. And as Sean probably remembers from the last time we analyzed her fight, she bears that hairstyle that resembles Sigourney Weaver in the movie Alien 3.
Yeah.
And her name is Thug.
Yep.
That's her nickname, Thug Rose Nama Nunez. And she is fighting tomorrow against the number 2 contender.
All right, I'm going to say as politically correct as possible.
Oh, no, this is bad.
Is she dark skin complected?
No.
No, that's hilarious. No.
Really?
This is,
No.
So
she's a Caucasian woman versus a Hispanic woman to be entirely politically correct.
She does not play bass in that John Mellencamp song. Whatever her.
I'll figure that out later.
So she's like a Philly Kenzo girl.
Wow,
We used to work with.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tougher than most dudes.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I've been away from the neighborhood for a few years, so yeah, the Kensington girls. I'm trying to figure if it's a likeness.
No, they're pretty hot, dude.
Sure. I'm sure you have.
Hey, dirty animals need love too.
It's okay, man. We're not the police. You can talk freely. We're just a bunch of guys on the internet talking that millions of people can hear us.
That's all.
Right.
Yeah.
Nothing
bad can happen.
The trick is that I have a children's animated series to sell in the future, so I have to worry about getting canceled depending on what I say today.
Yeah, you've been on the show a little too much. Where
I think it's already canceled,
Yeah,
man.
you're-
I'm sorry.
I'm canceled. It's over.
Nah.
If anything, this makes
Like,
you
that
look
wasn't
worse
gonna
that
be
you
a-
do the
that
children's
was-
book.
That wasn't going to be a
That's what I'm
full-time
saying,
gig,
yeah.
was it?
Yo, the thing doesn't sell. You're gonna see Mr. Card on the side of the road.
Please, man. I got these cheese.
All for nothing, I would read that children's book. The nice lady I met in Kensington.
It would be a good book.
Yo, I got these cheeseburgers from this base head. I don't know
Polsky.
anything about that. You want to
Yeah,
buy
you
some of
gotta-
this
All right,
meat or
we're
what?
talking
You
about the fight.
You got to throw it.
Talking about the fight. Okay, so yeah, this title at 115 pound strawweight women. Now these two did fight once before,
kangaroos
12 years ago, and this is where Carly took her name as the Cookie Monster, because back in those days when you were allowed to pick your outfit for the fight, she would wear this all blue onesie like the Cookie Monster, and
Cookie Monster with a
some
camel.
time ago. They were younger. Rose had a lot less experience back then. So my initial pick, my projection is that Rose will win this fight. But if we want to talk about what you call an arbitrage bet, I can tell you guys how you can make an arbitrage bet on this fight. So you're almost guaranteed that you shouldn't lose much money, worst case scenario. Shall we talk about that?
Yeah, man, absolutely. Go for it.
Yeah, so the arbitrage bet means that you bet both sides. In this case, you bet on both fighters. And if you bet certain amounts on each fighters, while you can't win money, you won't necessarily win money, you won't lose a lot. The odds are 210 versus 175 last time I checked. So let's say that you bet $1,500 on Rose Namajunas, who I project will win the fight. Now that would pay $725 if it wins. But Carly, as I mentioned, the Cookie Monster. Think about that. That tube of Pillsbury cookie dough that you got in your fridge. You know, she's the Cookie Monster, and Rose is that tube, and she's looking to squeeze her. I mean, a submission hold. That Carla getting
that might be the greatest
second most likely
analogy I've ever heard.
That's actually not bad. I get that. It makes sense.
Now, Rose, she's like that alien. She's got that acid. If you get too close, you're gonna get burned. Just ask Weili Zhang, who got knocked out with a kick in the head from Rose Namajunas. So, yeah, Carly will have to be careful. But arbitrage betting, if you bet $100 that Carly Esparza will win by submission, then that will pay off $1,200. So $1,500 on Rose plus $100 on Carla Esparza, specifically on the submission. And if Rose wins, you eat $100 on Carla. But if Carla wins the fight, you're down $300. But isn't that better than being down $1,500? So that would be my advice about that. A much simpler plan to get to the same end game is if you bet $30 on Carla Esparza, you're probably going to lose that $30. But if she wins, and she can win, then you would get $80. You would get $50 back on your $30 bet.
I want to hear fucking poker chips.
So Ryan,
what are your thoughts about the women's strawweight championship?
You know, I was going with Rose too, but I actually do jiu-jitsu, and I was at training today. And shout out to Evan, fight for tomorrow. Don't think I didn't hear that, bitches. But
that's pretty cool, man. That's awesome.
No, but he was telling me, he gave me this and he kind of convinced me. He thinks Carla, and he thinks that, I don't know why, but whenever he calls these stupid fights, he always gets them right. Every single time. He guessed Poirier and Conor too. He guessed Amanda Nunes lost. And of course, I went with Amanda. I said, you're fucking crazy.
As did I.
Oh, yeah.
I might.
SG Carter. I mean, you know.
Don't come to me for bet money, but I might go with Carla now. I mean, I think that's I think Ripley's done. You know, I think there's no more sequels.
Last so, carrots. Yeah, my betting advice for this fight is either don't bet at all or bet a small amount on Carla and win on the underdog. But I do believe that the most likely result of this fight is that Rose Namajunas wins a 5-round decision.
Yeah, that's most likely. But damn,
I need beer.
Beer me.
All right, so we got the main event.
Fuck you.
The main event fight: 155-pound champion Charles Oliveira takes on Gachi.
Justin Gaethje taking on Charles Oliveira from Brazil. Mr. Boyle, I'm going to defer to you. Do you want to educate our listeners on today's, new details coming into this championship fight?
I would. Actually, Charles Oliveira missed weight today. And what makes that a big deal is that when you do it in a champion fight, they usually give you a pound. So if you are 155, where these two gentlemen are fighting, they'll give you 1 pound of 156, which he weighed in. But when it's a champion fight, you have to be right on the money. Oh. So when that happens, they give you an hour to lose that weight.
Oh, my God.
So when he came back, he did not make it again, which is actually very rare within that weight difference of a pound. Usually if a guy misses weight by, a couple pounds, that's really hard to lose in an hour. 1 pound, a lot of guys can usually do that. So
try to jerk off and see if you can kind of.
You want to hear something fucked up? Try to shit. That's a big one.
Or
take a shit, jerk
run.
off,
Run. Yeah, run and try to lose that. Oh man,
sit in a sweat box.
Yeah.
Fucking cry because you're about to get in a fight in your underwear in front of thousands of people. That's what I would try to do.
I would just jerk off, honestly.
Yep.
You got it all over my shirt.
Give me that, or give me that thug bitch. We'll go have some sex.
So this was on. She's in Alien 3, man. Leave her alone.
Again, as long as the pussy's wet.
No one's making G.I. Jane jokes because they know Will Smith will break down your door and beat the shit out of all four of you.
Exactly. All at once.
And then get divorced from his wife anyway.
Fuck Will Smith. I'm not scared of him.
Fucking chia pet wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we talking Muhammad Ali Will Smith? Or are we talking which Will Smith are we talking about?
Bitch Will Smith.
The Will Smith. Keep your my wife's name.
They're all actors, so.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a slap for a guy who played Muhammad Ali.
He's a bitch.
I'm saying, you could have
Yeah,
than that. That's what I'm saying.
He's the best. Like Philly's got to
Oh,
offer. Get
you know
the
what?
fuck out.
The
of
other
here.
thing is, how do you not
He
knock
is.
Chris Rock down? Chris, you got like 8 inches on Chris Rock. How does he not get knocked down?
Because
with
he's
your
a
slap?
pussy.
He
He went to Bel Air and lost his fucking edge.
He slapped him.
Him and Jack.
Yeah.
It wasn't a punch. It
Don't
was a
def-
slap.
Why are you defending Will Smith?
I'm not.
Is that what the show was about?
I don't know.
We really don't know what this show's about, right?
AWOL Nation. Blame it on the ADD.
Dude, Ryan, we were talking about the Snorks earlier tonight.
Yeah, it's fucking snort.
When we were talking about the Pelicans basketball team and the Utah Jazz, and somehow it became a conversation about the Snorks. I don't know how, but
We're the biggest ADD podcast in the world.
We literally, Mike and Ryan are having their own conversation, and Gary and I, that scenario went from A to Z within a 5-second span.
Polsky said,
I don't know how.
Polsky said Uncle Phil was more than an uncle.
Uncle Phil might have been more than an uncle. That is true.
Let's talk about cryptocurrency for 5 hours.
Why don't we do
Really
that?
put people to sleep.
Yeah,
Uncle Phil got
All right, so that's that fight, the main event fight. We were talking about that. Sorry.
Well, yeah, with regards to the main event fight, it will go on as planned. Now, if Charles Oliveira wins this fight, he will not be given his belt back. He will become the #1 contender for an interim fight to be held several months from now against a fighter to be determined. Justin Gaethje, on the other hand, can take the belt with victory tomorrow.
So if the guy wins, he doesn't win?
Pretty much.
You technically do, but you get like a title fight.
So he
like,
wins a title fight to get a title fight?
Wow.
Yes, because since you didn't make weight, they strip you of the title. You got to make weight on the day of the fight. Now, once again, according to some people, like my one coach who did fight, he says that, apparently, some people can get that weight out.
Fighting you down to the ground and taking advantage of you doesn't count.
Yeah. Why? You looking to watch? You looking to join, bud?
Yeah, I get on that video call. What's up, man?
Who's that guy that stands in the corner and just touches himself and licks his lips?
Well,
oh, hey, Sean's dad. What are you up to tonight?
Tennis holes and cocksuckers.
But I actually think Gaethje this makes him look better in the odds, in my personal opinion. But
he's the one.
I'm sorry.
No. You go ahead, please.
Me being the conspiracy theorist I am, I truly think he didn't drop that last pound because he knows he's going to fight Justin Gaethje tomorrow. And you, of course, know what Justin Gaethje is known for. Absolute hell for bell to bell. So I think the way he's looking at it is, I'm not going to put myself through hell and lose this last pound. I'm going to fight this guy, beat him, and just fight for the title again.
Right, getting back to that wrestling in the corner and fighting it down. Like all
right,
we could be like Uncle George. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Who's Uncle George?
Don't ask. All right, let's move on.
Call him Hodor.
Move on. There's like 2 people who are gonna know what that fucking means.
Who's Uncle George?
Don't worry about it. We'll talk after the show.
Jeez. What are you choking on over there? You pull it out a little?
You want to know how Ryan got his job, boys?
I thought he strapped on some knee pads.
Close enough.
Well,
But I am going with Gaethje for sure. I think this actually makes him look better. Charles Oliveira actually has been known for quitting. And I know everyone likes to say, oh, he's a different guy. I think this weight cut kind of showed it.
What do you think, Mr. Carter? Who are you going with here?
Well, I had been feeling stronger about Oliveira leading up until today. Now, in lieu of today's details, I kind of wonder how this psychologically impacts Charles Oliveira, presuming that it wasn't a conspiracy and intent to come in overweight. I wonder what kind of mood he's in now So Gaethje is fast and he's better at wrestling. That he has these skills over Dustin Poirier, who Charles Oliveira beat in December. So I think I think Charles Oliveira has a better challenge against him tomorrow, and it wouldn't surprise me if it goes 5 rounds to Gaethje. That's in lieu of this weight issue. That's my new pick. That Gaethje wins this fight in 5 rounds. Charles is probably going to be tired due to weight management issues.
For 1 pound?
It's. I don't think he came to the fight intentionally coming overweight.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
like,
that
fuck
his
them on your rings. Give me the French fries instead because they're better.
I think that when he decided that he had that hour to lose weight, he decided not to do it. Because it's, for example, Ryan, when you're losing that weight, you're hungry. You have no water in you. You have nothing in you. You know?
You fat bitch!
Yeah, you're already like you've already done everything you can to get down to that weight. So for an extra hour trying to do that,
It's hell.
Actually,
It's
guys,
absolute hell.
I just found live audio of him in the parking lot in between.
Please, man. I sucked your dick.
So you guys think you guys think from one side,
stop fucking around, cunt.
From one side, I could think that the guy that's overweight has nothing to fight for, but I guess the champion has nothing to fight for either. He's keeping his championship either way. So
The champion was the one overweight.
No, look,
he's the one overweight.
Either way, Mike.
Look at us. We're trying to be serious,
Oh,
covering
allow him
UFC like we know what the fuck we're talking about.
So the champion's overweight, and he can't
stop fucking around, cunt.
So he can't lose the title.
No, he can't keep the title. The challenger has nothing to lose. The challenger can win the title tomorrow night, but the champion can win the fight but cannot keep the title. He'll have to beat either Gaethje again or beat someone else a few months from now in order to get the title.
So honestly, just trying to understand how it works. Like, what's the point of him fighting it? Like, what's the point of him just saying fuck it?
I don't want to do it. Yeah, I don't want to do it.
Because they're not like contract. They are contracted, but it's not like NFL and other sports. Like you're goddamn pussy athlete. No, I'm kidding. Like, but it's you got to get paid. He wants to get paid, obviously. So if he doesn't fight, you don't get paid, and he's already losing money.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
You're already trained for it. You're already prepared for it. You're not. Your approach should not change, right?
Plus the fact that if he loses, it takes him further down the rankings to be able to get.
This
back
might
up
be
to
the
that
most
title fight.
controversial fight we've talked about, Mr. Carter, since you've been on the show, because of the issues surrounding it, and there's a lot on the line.
Yeah, I would say that this and the heavyweight fight we talked about, I believe in January with Francis Ngannou and his contract.
Yeah.
I think those are the 2 most controversial fights we've discussed so far with regards to all the psychological and business and all the other things that are playing outside of the octagon, never mind the actual punches, kicks, everything that happens inside the octagon.
So if I'm a betting man, where am I going with this fight?
My advice is don't bet on this fight at all. Like I said, the one before it, bet small. If you want to make your sure thing bets on tomorrow's fights, put it on Norma Dumont or Michael Chandler, or put it that the Lazon versus Donald Cerrone fight will end in a knockout. That's my advice for where you put money on bets tomorrow night.
I'm proud of you though. This is the first time that I think you've bet an underdog or like a longer shot.
He has a couple times.
Has he?
Yeah.
Oh,
There's been a
okay.
few. Yeah, there's been a few. Yeah. Don't listen to him.
Clearly, I haven't.
Nobody
been paying
else
close enough
does.
attention.
No, there's been a couple.
Hey, fuck you! Who's talking to you?
No, specifically when Charles Oliveira beat Dustin Poirier in December, Charles went into that fight as the underdog, but I said that he would win that fight over the course of time, and he did.
You gotta win.
All right, so
that was a big one. Yeah.
So what horse you betting on tomorrow?
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys heard. Should we go through the list real quick?
Big Brown.
Yeah, I like
Big Brown?
Bono is Big Brown Beaver.
I like Candle on too. because he's he's there.
He's avenging his father.
He's going to avenge his father.
Tap it all the way.
Candaloon 2.
Yeah, but wouldn't that horse play? No, then that character had something. Nah, never mind. I thought he was missing fingers for some reason.
Wait, what?
What are you talking about, Ryan?
I thought the one character you were talking about. Never mind. Don't mind me, fellas. I'll be over here in the garage.
It's all right.
Because you lost your fucking house, right?
He's starting to lose his internet.
From that Nagano bet and then Amanda Nunes.
Yo, he's hooked the
So up to the neighbor.
It's wrong that night. Ngannou and what's his name?
Can you imagine the guy who betted Nagano to win by decision via wrestling? Like, who the hell would have thought that? That's like Mike Tyson wins through like talking it out. Like
Mike Tyson wins by biting his ear off.
Yeah.
Right, Ryan. Did you know that the musician Drake? I don't know if you can call him a musician. Ooh, but did you know that Drake lost $300,000 on Jorge Masvidal over Kobe Covington?
Yeah, but that's like us losing $20.
Wait, was Masvidal even favored for
I hear
that?
you, Mike.
Is Masvidal even favored for that one? I don't think he was.
No. What's his name? Kobe Covington was like negative 400 favorite in that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
So it could have paid off nicely, but I knew with certainty that what's his name, Covington would probably win at least 4 out of 5 rounds, and I think he did win 4 or 5 rounds there.
He's going to win 6 after the lawsuit.
Exactly, most definitely.
Is it true, guys? I got to ask a question about the UFC event. Was this true that this is brought to you? It's brought to you by this this advertiser.
Using sweet dish every day, keep that skunky cunt away.
Is that true?
Just the Rose fight.
Good one. Good one.
You can always count on Ryan.
Yeah, it was good.
Cookie Monster clam.
Oh man! All right, do you guys want to hang on while we do while you were drunk segment?
Yeah,
no, I'm gonna go jerk off, you weirdo.
Movie review tonight, or did it already happen?
Where are you gonna go? The other side of the garage?
Yeah, I'm going to Kensington. You guys inspired me.
Where the outlet is, so we can stick it in there to end it all.
Pick me up, man. I'm in San Bernardino County, California, but it's cool.
Oh.
Kensington.
Yo, since
I'll be
you're
there in about a week.
Can you grab our parts?
Oh God!
You got some auto parts?
It's a long story that no one will understand. We had somebody accidentally ship parts to California that were supposed to go like down the street. So things have really gone well. Anyway,
I'm gonna grab smoke.
There was only one digit off on the zip code.
Yeah, there's more than that. An entire city, state, person, country. All right.
I am not drunk.
That's not a country. It's not say country.
It's time to catch
big.
up on some things you may have
Why'd you have
missed.
to take it too far?
Six-pack is acceptable?
While you were drunk.
I'm drunk and I love cats. What more do you need to know?
And Ryan, I'm glad you're sticking on for the last story of this because I really want to hear your opinion on this. All right, so to start it off, we got a couple stories here. DeAndre Hopkins has been suspended for 6 games from the Houston Texans for PEDs.
Yeah, I read the article about this. Apparently, he's been taking a lot of homeopathic shit and didn't realize. And like it was kind of like one of those situations where he's tried to be careful and just
is that what they're saying?
Yeah, that's what he said.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
So real quick, we got a thing from the Fight for Tomorrow Academy. Ask Boyle about why Genghis Khan is a humanitarian hero.
We got pretty much a big debate, and I used a really bad example. I was like, Genghis Khan did some good things, and I was like, wait a minute, let me rethink that real quick.
It was too late.
Yeah, like Hitler would have been a better example, for Christ's sakes. Like, it was like I literally used the worst one. Thanks, Ab. See you tomorrow.
Hey, that Putin guy, he's done some good things.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah, dude, he gave us the Russian vaccine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, go ahead. Go ahead.
Have you guys ever seen the video from CNN where Putin's translator said that Putin said that Russian sex workers are the finest in all the world, and everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've seen it. Good.
Probably are.
Yeah, I've seen.
Okay, that just makes me like him even more.
Yeah, I mean, if he said it, you know.
I mean, speaking of NFL, there's a lot of players that would agree with that saying.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's.
SG's like, all right.
I'm thinking like we're back in boot now. I'm so canceled.
Yeah.
All right, bad example. Can I try this again?
Yeah. Robinson Cano from the Mets has been designated for assignment. $40 million left on his contract. That the team's they're just gonna give it away and pay him.
Wow.
Yep, they let him go because they had enough of that.
What happened to him?
He sucks.
Oh.
Yeah, he just sucks.
So wait, back to the steroid story. Is he gone? Like, he got popped?
Oh, yeah. He's out for 6 weeks. Yeah. He's
So how does that work in the NFL? Isn't it like, don't they tell you when the drug test is and everything?
No. There's been several times where guys are getting off the plane and there's a guy sitting over with a kit going, you got to get tested. And he's like, what the fuck? I'm just getting off the plane. It's a 7-hour flight. We're getting tested. And they go. It's random. Someone was bitching because they got tested 3 times last year. And he's
Now,
like,
is it within the organization they do it, or is it they get like an outside point? Like UFC, I believe they did use USADA and stuff.
No.
So it's the same as Olympic testing.
Yeah, it's an NFL, not a team thing, and the NFL just sends random testers out to these places, you know.
And I'm sure that the NFL has got it. I'm sure that it's regulated, and it's probably through an independent party. It's not the NFL.
Might be, but one player last year was like, "This is bullshit. I was tested 3 times."
Yeah.
To me, they should be tested if they should be on it. Like, it's the NFL. Like, to me, like, let's get them more on it, you know? Like, I like to see a steroid-free completely cripple a man, you know? Like, that's what I want to do on a Sunday afternoon.
And cotton pants, too.
Yeah. Oh, man. Those are for the late ones, you know? Late night shows.
Yeah, then Monday night. Yeah, I'm sorry. The Monday Night Football. That's when you get the really tight pants. Dave Peterson said, by the way, I guess they are the best sex workers when they're importing it from the Ukraine.
Adopt one now.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Hugh Jackson of the Cleveland Browns. So for those who don't know, Brian Flores was a coach of the Miami Dolphins. He gets fired.
Right.
He then sues. He's got a court case brewing that he was discriminated against. Hugh Jackson, another African American coach of the Cleveland Browns, jumped on his case, basically saying, I was paid to lose games by my team. They wanted me to lose games, and then I fired me. Well, turns out that Hugh Jackson just hurt Brian Flores' case because Hugh Jackson doesn't have a case. They had an outside team come in. Apparently, the woman who was involved worked in Langley. She was on all these big time investigations. She did the investigation of it. She said there is absolutely no substantial proof at all that Hugh Jackson was ever paid to lose games, and they did a full on investigation. So it's not the NFL who decided; it's this private investigator who told the NFL, "There's no case here. You have nothing to worry about. They're going to drop this." So Hugh Jackson's a fucking liar. It's like much like the Jussie Smollett thing, like that, all that bullshit. I don't know, man. That was a weird situation there. Like, why would you come up with a complete flat out lie that you were paid off?
How do you think this is going to work out?
Why do you think that they're not going to find out?
Well, I mean,
wait, so like Jussie Smollett, did he show up to a press conference with like a noose around his neck and everything, like Jussie Smollett, or?
No, he didn't do that. No, he didn't go quite that far. So that's a good point. He didn't go quite that far, but he still was like, he was on Good Morning America. He was on ESPN. He was on all these national shows.
He was an idiot as a coach too. He was terrible.
Yeah, he was pretty bad.
Like maybe sometimes you're just a bad coach. And
Dave said that's some NCIS shit right there. He's right.
Hey, have you guys ever heard about 10 years ago of the cop in Berks County, Pennsylvania? He took his bullet resistant vest and in the backyard one day he shot the vest, then he wore it to work the next day and called it in on the radio that he'd been shot.
I did not hear that.
Yeah, it happened like 10 years ago in Berks County. Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know much about bulletproof vests. I don't know much about like police, but I would imagine
I know a lot about the movie Bulletproof. It's a fucking terrible movie.
Yes.
Terrible.
But wouldn't I would imagine that like you would have some bruises on your chest.
That's
And
how
what-
the investigators knew he was lying, Mike, because he didn't have any bruises on his chest from being.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he didn't think this through. Like, I mean, me, I like
he
you know
didn't
that.
think it through very well, you know.
All right, I'm not a very smart man, but I kind of put 2 and 2 together.
I'm
on
not
that.
a smart man, but I know what love is.
And I know that they're gonna have bruises on your chest if you get
Said it
shot
was a
with
10
a
cent
bullet, even if you're wearing a
wound,
bulletproof
but
vest.
I never saw a penny.
Who got shot?
He was talking about
Tupac
some.
and Biggie. And there's
On the strip. You still don't know who fucking did it.
Still don't know.
After a Mike Tyson fight.
Fucking what the fucking fuck? Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking. How did you do fucking butts? Fuck!
That's the whole court case. How did this? Who did? 8 bullets and they couldn't find the shooter.
So,
all right. Yeah,
I
what's
think we
up?
had a Houdini act.
Oh, we did.
Well, yeah, you know, he's got to work tomorrow.
Yeah, he carries
Okay.
out.
No, I mean, no goodbye. No, just
All right, so
The old Irish accent.
I'm getting two more before we get to the final Why You're Drunk story before we end this shit. It's like when Ryan tries to tell people he wrestled in school. He's got the
Middle
worst
school dick.
He's got the worst double leg in history.
That is true. That is true.
I got
I got
roundhouse kicked in the middle of the cigar club in the Wells Fargo Center one time.
You want to hear a terrible one? So
Against
my
my
brother and I, when we were
Nobody
young, like you
cares.
know how you wrestle around with your uncles and everything. This one time, like he did.
Hands off.
Yeah, did it go in? Did it go in, Ryan?
It was Thanksgiving. It was real dark. He gave us wine, but so we were wrestling around, and he was down on all fours, and my brother came up behind him, and all he heard was front snap kick. Now the origin of this story is my brother took like 1 week of karate class, so all they taught him was how to do that little bullshit front kick. So fast forward to when they're wrestling, my uncle's down on all four, and his balls are just hanging, you know. So that kid kicked him square in the nuts so hard that he started vomiting in front of all of us, like as little kids.
Carl?
No, God, no. You think he could ever look at me in the eyes if I did that? Like,
dude, that's a fucking great story.
I was in a boxing match.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I mean, it was behind the Acme around the corner, you know, from the house. But you
how'd that
know,
work out?
but you
Oh,
know,
like Rocky V, I get it.
yeah, yeah.
Everybody knows that's the best.
But we put the gloves on and everything, man. I was like, "Let's go, motherfucker!"
Did you
he
win?
He hit me with a 3-piece. It was over. Yeah, it was over. Fuck and done.
My fears is when you're a kid and right before you're about to get into a fight, like you start like, you know, saying shit like I remember like I'm gonna fuck you up and all that.
Yeah.
I remember one time before I saw like one of my first fights I saw like as a teenager, one kid got so frustrated, he told the kid he was gonna fuck the shit out of him, and the kid completely backed down out of it. So I was like, man, that must be like the one thing that can end the fight the quickest, you know, just be like, I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you. And the guy's like, all right, buddy, you win. Never mind. Jesus Christ, but you're willing to go places. I'm not. Like,
Yeah, I'm out of my element here.
I think I got this, but if I lose, man, it's
buddy, it's your spot, all yours, no problem here.
I actually just saw a TikTok over the week, and the guy was like, "Oh, I'm gonna do it," and it's one dude doing the solo thing, like he's here, he's got the gun to his chin. I'm gonna kill myself, and it's him again. No, don't do it, man. I love you, man. I'm gonna do it. Fucking, if you do it, I'm gonna fuck your corpse. And the other guy's like, "Wait, what did you just say?" And he pulls the hammer back, and no, what did you just say? No, nothing, man. I'm gonna
Well, he stopped him from killing himself.
I love you, man. But you said you're gonna fuck my corpse.
Got to get it while it's still warm.
There you go, Carter. That'll be a good children's book.
I hope Mr. Gibson uses this TikTok for Lethal Weapon 5. It sounds like it would work.
You can call it the not Kurt Cobain chronologies.
Heyo.
Yeah, that didn't.
It sounded better in my head.
Should have left that one in your head.
But it didn't. I sure did it in his head.
Oh, that's what he was trying to get out.
Yeah. He had that idea. Fuck, why do I have these chronic stomach pains? Sean's joke in 2022 is going to be so bad. Put his fucking head off. All right. Peterson said that would be a good kid's book. Not the Kurt Cobain thing, the one you just said. All right. Final
bitch.
story.
My joke was better, bitch.
Yeah. Dave Chappelle gets tackled on the stage while doing stand-up this week, and it's good that Ryan's on here, and I'm going to hear everyone's opinion on this, because my immediate reaction is, great. Thanks a lot, Will Smith, because now these assholes think they can do whatever the fuck they want to do and rush the stage when they don't agree with an entertainer. And I don't know how you guys felt. So, and I'm sure during the course while we go around here, we'll hear the story what happened to the dude who tried to tackle Dave Chappelle. It did not end well. But yeah, that's my immediate take from it. Ryan, you want? I guess Ryan or Ryan, this Ryan, my Ryan.
Yeah, he got what he deserved. He got beaten into a bloody pulp. They broke his fucking arm. He got taken out on a stretcher. It's this generation, man. This woke generation that thinks, oh, that's offensive. I got to do something about it. It's comedy. You went to a comedy show. It's Dave Chappelle. Like, this is what he does.
Yep.
Why are you there?
Yeah. Why are you?
I agree. If you're there to have a good time, like, yeah, I mean, if you're the butt of the jokes, it might not be the best experience for you, but and Sean, sorry, I got to disagree. I get where you're coming from with the Will Smith situation and people thinking. I just don't know if you can. I can't connect the dots to say if it wasn't for Will Smith that he wouldn't have thought that this could. I don't know if. I don't think this changes if Will Smith didn't do what he did.
When's the last time? And I don't know. When's the last time that somebody rushed the stage at a comedian while doing an act?
Jim Jeffries.
I know Andrew Dice Clay was ready to fight.
Well, there's actually a lot of videos of it. It's happened before, but it's Sweet Justice happened. That's the way I looked at it. I mean, they literally dragged him to the back and beat the ever-living. His shoulder was like forward like this when he was in the stretcher. I mean, they literally just. I mean, Justice was so. One of them was like, "Yo, hold him for a second. I'm trying out one of these UFC moves on this guy," and like he just woke up to him breaking his arm and shit. Like, that's what. So I mean, it has happened before, but I think Justice kind of worked out itself. Honestly, thank God Dave didn't get hurt.
But my point is that I don't think it changed. I don't think if Will Smith did or didn't do it, I don't think that changes that scenario. He came with a knife.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right. Funny is Busta Rhymes was there, and if you see the video, you hear him saying, "Nah, bleep, watch this. You got to do it like this." And Busta
Jesus Christ, he's literally just rapping super fast while just punching him. Yeah, and you gotta get away.
And he's just punching this shit out of him.
I got you all in check.
Woo-ha, woo-ha.
You know who else was actually there? Jon Stewart.
Really?
Yeah, he was one of the guys in there like helping. Can you imagine you wake up in the middle of getting your ass kicked and you see the Daily Show guy just dropping the people's elbow on you?
Fuck it.
Cat Williams says Dave Peterson. Cat Williams was apparently attacked on stage too.
There's been a lot actually. I think like it's just not as like they weren't big, I think. At least that's what I'm gonna assume. They weren't as famous when it happened.
But like how fucked up it's a fucking comedian telling
Yeah.
jokes for his job is to make people laugh, and you decide, wait, this motherfucker's gonna try to make people laugh. I'm gonna rush the stage with a knife because I don't agree with what he's saying.
And
to me, Dave Chappelle's coming to New Jersey, and his tickets are like $200. Who would spend that money to go get their ass kicked like that? I mean, that's beyond me.
And if it was a different comedian, like it would change them. Like Dave Chappelle's going to use it and make jokes about it. Like he's not going to stop doing what he does.
Yeah.
Well, but
He's like, I'm sorry.
Hey guys, with regards to the guy who did it, I can say as a person who drives by that concert venue where this happened, who drives by it like 3 days a week for work, this venue might have been easier for this guy to, jump into without a ticket than some other venues that may have played in. And interestingly, he had a knife. The LA district attorneys are not charging him with assault with a deadly weapon because he had the knife in the backpack. He was wearing the backpack, so he didn't have immediate access to the knife. That's the prosecutor's point of view.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, I mean, we're talking about $200. The dude's got like $20,000 in medical bills. Like, what's the $200 matter at this point?
Oh, he's going to feel that for the rest of his life. I guarantee it. Like every time it gets like humid out, his shoulder's going to ache a little bit. Like, God damn it. Like,
yeah.
And Dave Chappelle's going to have a bit about it that's going to last forever.
Yeah, it's kind. I mean, to bring it back to Sean with like Will Smith and that whole thing.
My life.
Him going up there and doing that made it way worse than it could have ever been. Because now everybody's making jokes about his wife. Everybody's making memes. It just got worse.
Yeah, he didn't think that through.
No,
he did not.
And like him or not, as an actor, everything like Netflix is cutting everything that they had with him. This one's cutting it. Like he's been cut off.
Yep.
Yeah, or so I understand. The guy that rushed the stage, he's apparently a rapper, and publicity may have been his motivation. Now, how that plays when he gets out of jail is a matter for the courts because they have laws that you're not allowed to profit off of when you were convicted of a crime.
Yeah. Tell 50 Cent that.
Ooh, good point.
Think about the future.
Yeah, 50 Cent was shot 9 times, and he's completely used it.
If only if it was 10.
What? What'd you say?
If only if it was 10.
Oh man! All right, we're gonna close this shit out because
we got nothing. There's nowhere else to go from here.
Was there a movie review tonight, or was there no movie review tonight?
Nah, he left.
No, we're gonna change things up.
We
are?
We took this week off. Next week we're gonna do Doctor Strange 2, and I think Ryan and I will do it next week combined. We don't do spoilers for any new movies. But Gary's supposed to do Fear and Loathing for the last 3 weeks.
Oh.
And he hasn't.
Yeah, so I'm out next week, but maybe the following week I'll do Fear and Loathing.
Yeah.
Like I could do it now. I could do it now, honestly.
Nah,
But
I watched it again.
You want to do it?
No,
it's been a while since I watched
it.
it. Yeah, let me watch it again.
No.
Way to tease. Way to tease 2.5 hours into the show.
I haven't seen it in forever.
All I could think about was the pound of mescaline I had back in the hotel.
And Amber Heard shit in my bed.
Another one.
Have you guys seen the Metallica remix of the Amber Heard? Nothing else.
Yes.
Yes, that was fucking great.
It's hysterical.
I haven't seen it, but I've not I've actively been disinterested in this case.
Yo, does anyone else think Amber Heard's hotter because of this?
Interested in the memes and
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, but I don't understand enough to follow the memes.
Yeah, Ryan asked, does anyone think that she's hotter now because of this?
Yes.
Yeah.
She could shit in my bed.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's always been hot. I mean, I don't know if this.
She could totally take a shit in my bed.
Literally, she's like, you don't put your cigarettes out on me anymore. I'm like, God damn. Like, that was a thing? Like,
I guess you're right, because that shit's flammable. Oh man.
I'd eat the corn out of it.
Yeah, but you would have did that before.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm an asshole eater. I am.
You ever have a gal suggest that you need some attentions paid to your butts holes?
Yep. I would
Yeah.
totally shove my tongue as far as it would go in there.
Yep. All right. Enough of this. We will see you guys next week. Mr. Carter.
That's how we're ending the show. Okay.
Yeah, we're ending the show there. Mr. Carter, real quick, man. Give your promos.
Thanks. I'll make this real quick. So, my juvenile books, my juvenile comic books, the Krav Maga Kangaroos books aren't ready yet, but on Instagram we've got our own page. Just do a search, Krav Maga Kangaroos, all one word. We have T-shirts and backpacks and other merchandise for sale. So please, I'll get you guys some for the CPS crew. Please consider looking into that. Shout outs fast to my buddy Alex, who helped me do fight research last week. And shout outs to Dan Buxa and Yesenia Adicum, the two artists that I work with on Krav Maga Kangaroos. Thanks so much for having me, guys.
Absolutely. Dude.
Thanks.
Ryan, what do you got going on, man? You got a little match this weekend.
Yeah. You guys can follow me on Instagram at O'Boyle Rules. You guys are in Doylestown. Yeah, I know. Isn't that fucking awesome? If you are in Doylestown area, you guys can check out the gym, Fight for Tomorrow. It's a great gym. Come down there. There's always, great. If you actually want to learn MMA, boxing, all that good shit, come down there. Great coach, Evan. Other than that, just follow me on Instagram.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Corner Puff Sports. We'll see you maybe next week, if not the week after. We'll see how that goes. But thank you guys so much, and we will see you guys next time.
Thanks for coming on, guys.
Yeah, thanks. Penis out.
All right. Oh, he cut.